This episode is brought to you by thedolphinwars.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to King Dolphin TV episode 370, another installment of Just Cuz. I am Raymond Feliciano. I am the author of the Dolphin Wars trilogy of books and ruler of the finest pod on YouTube, as long as StreamYard can cooperate. Welcome one. Welcome all. I would like to thank everybody for being here, and if you enjoy what's going on here, just cuz the chaos, the madness that is just cuz, and the fun that happens, the interviews, the book reviews, please like and subscribe and share. And if you are so inclined and want to help keep the lights on here at the channel, please do a super chat. And I am trying to figure out what to do about memberships, but please consider doing a super chat, or please give Sporty and Trike money in super chats, in super stickers, or a donation in the tip link so Raymond doesn't go into show notes early. And the tip stream is pinned, and we'll probably put it on later on. I think Snort will probably pop it in there, but I hear that StreamYards is doing its usual shenanigans according to Agent Pepsi 1. So that's not a good start. But if you don't want these two, if you do not want these two, actually, I'm going to put a new one out there, or an old one, because I know there's an old one out there, courtesy of Max Redstone. Let's see if I can bring it up.
Wow! It's like someone's reading my mind. Yeah. I don't know. Did you know my son Bo?
No.
He was like my right hand.
Oh, isn't he relation to the other guy?
Huh.
Let's see.
I'm always talking with Raymond, and he is asking, "Where is the money? When will the money arrive? Why do we not yet have the money?" Snortopoopas is asking about the money.
All right, here we go. Here's one of them here. Come on. All right. Here is the latest poster from the Snortopoopas and Tyke Create Collections Agency. Yeah. Pay or suffer.
Yeah.
I like that one. Pay or suffer.
Or both.
Or both, yes. All right. I'm going to keep that up there for a bit. All right. And right now, I would like to welcome my fellow panelist, my friend, and able assistant for tonight, Max Redstone. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Had a Saturday already started out as a good but fast weekend. We had the grandkids. Yeah. I see. I'm backstage. We're going to play a game. We're going to see how long it takes Mr. Raymond to notice me back there. Okay. Yeah, I was doing some prep stuff.
We're going to I'm going to ask you some questions. Some fill in the blanks questions.
Okay. Sure, I could do that. All right, let's see. But let's welcome people who are here before we start. And our first super chat of the night. Oh, coming from our own very own $2 super chat from Agent Pepsi One. She says, "Duckets in the bucket. Damn it, StreamYard." And a poop emoji. Oh, I think she's ticked. Has anyone else had problems with StreamYard? The past couple of weeks, maybe like 6 or so, I have had random issues with them logging in. That's not good. That is not good. Well, let's see. So let's welcome people here. Make sure I've updated it. Okay. We got out visiting as guests in the chat. We got our very own Swift -1. Hello, Matt G.
Hello, Matt G.
Oh, one day he will see the light and go back to Matt G and not doing the Swift -1. Let's see.
Taylor Swift equals this Doctor Who, but not after a certain year and only up to this number. And don't get me started on Britney Spears.
Let's see. And now we've got our amazing and famous lifeguard corps. The ones that keep the strangeness out of
Sometimes you need a strangeness there.
Yeah. Keep the strangers in and just keep the fun going. We got our producer, Sandra, who is here. This is King Dolphin TV in color. 4D, where available. 4HD, available. Stereo, where available. A Sandra Feliciano production.
In Dolby. Doubly.
Oh, doubly?
Doubly.
Okay, doubly would wear. Yeah. We got the official dog of King Dolphin TV lurking in the backgrounds. We got Trike, the official dog of King Dolphin TV. We got lurking in the background because she is not feeling well. I saw the name of it. I saw the name of it.
Norovirus.
Norovirus. Yeah.
Usually it's the bailiwick of people who go on cruise ships.
Okay. Well, she probably got it at the hospital. But please put a WTW out there for Wendy Trauma Warrior to show her we're thinking about her and sending our prayers to make sure she gets better. Okay, and then we got Agent Pepsi One. Agent Pepsi One. They've given her a number and taken away her name. Da 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 da. We've got Legatus Legion. Hi, how you doing, buddy? I'm sure he's going to come on with some really profound things or some jokes or whatever. We've got, I think that's everybody who's come on here. Then Agent Pepsi One says, "Glory to the Trike. He would love me as I would bring treats for him. Then again, he would smell dipsy on me." Oh. And Sandra says, "I don't know why you're stumbling over words. King Dolphin TV, I'm the one who was up until almost 4 with Doomcock and then up again before 9. Yeah. I don't know why I'm stumbling words. Let's see. Raymond, before he goes back to Matchy, he will be Swift is greater than MCU, Doctor Who, Star Trek, King Arthur, Jimi Hendrix, Old Abe, Emily Stone, Bam Bam, and a Warham sandwich. That's good, Agent Pepsi One.
Interesting.
Still on a buffering symbol, on another buffering symbol. Let me send you the link again, Agent Pepsi One. Snort says, pack the quackers in the bucket. And let's see. Raymond, allow me to advertise your channel. Listen here, you beep. You will donate to Raymond now, beep, or you will get beeped by Tripe. Beep, got it? Beep. And then she explains that was the child-friendly version for you Air Force people. As Sandra and I both are Army veterans, she can enlighten you privately what each of the beeps mean. Oh, boy. I've been insulted.
Really?
Yes.
You read
Being
that
an
in
Air
such
Force
a calm, dulcet, neutral manner. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's this Army Air Force war that goes around in this house. Yeah. All right. Oh, and I forgot somebody.
Don't mind me. I live in the middle of a Navy town.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, we're missing somebody here who needs to be recognized before he comes lunging in and doing a roar.
Does he need an introduction?
Da-na, da-na, Snortopopus! Cuber. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. You know, I agree, Sandra. The dolphin is kind of off today. Maybe I ought to give him a bite in the butt to get him going. What do you think about that? All for a bite in the butt for the dolphin here. Put a super chat in. And the best one we'll have him bitten in the butt on live YouTube.
Wow. Such violence. You have perverted my untrammeled mind.
Oh, Snorter Poopa says the dolphin is off today, just today. And then Sandra says, what butt? Hey! Well, no, I don't care about I got a butt. You know, the dolphin here doesn't have a butt. Hey! All right, time to introduce the other two. Let's see. Make sure the dolphin's got this right. All right. Now time for Sniffles. D. Boom! All right, for those that needed a little bit of warmth in the air and maybe some neutrons, protons, and extra
cheap radiation poisoning.
Yeah, cheap radiation poisoning, courtesy of Sniffles. And for the ladies out there, we've got Snedipipis Keeper .kiss hashtag mwah. I like the dolphin's butt. Hey! Yeah. Hey, this is PG.
I can't unhear that.
No, he can't. And Snortopoopa says Amber. Mwah. All right, let's get the show started. We've already gone off the rails. Remember the super chats. I have no words. I really have no words.
Well, we're screwed.
All right. So thanks to that beginning here. Let's see. Let's see what's out there. Let me get myself back to there's Max.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the big idea?
Yeah, well, Mini Snort runs the place. All right. Sandra says, what butt? Agent Pepsi 1 says, Doomcock was on till 4? Oh my God, yeah. He was. I tapped out at 2. And Snort says, right, dolphins don't have butts. Yeah, we have flukes. And Agent Pepsi 1 says, Raymond is always off, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, thank you, dear.
I mean, what's the name of the Houston Major League Baseball team? The Butros?
No, the Astro. Oh, that was good. That was good.
I didn't even have to walk you into that one.
That was good. That was good. Hello to lovely Sherry. How are you? Good to see you, ma'am. Good to see you. Okay, now let me see if I can resolve Agent Pepsi 1's issue.
And as historians would often note, that was the beginning of the end of King Dolphin television.
When? When?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I can. Agent Pepsi 1, I'm going to send you an email.
Agent Pepsi 1, you might be advised to do the number 1 technical procedure in the known universe, which is start and stop your computer. There's also the number 2 known technical procedure in all the known universe, which is to start bashing your computer with a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. All right, there you go, Agent Pepsi 1. Let's see if that works. Let's see. Yes, we got the lady. We got the lovely Sherry. Hello there. Agent Pepsi 1 says, I was out like a light yesterday, but up again for an hour around 3 a.m. I'm still fuming about being forced to teach a history class. I don't know. I think you'll be fine, Agent Pepsi 1. Snorter Poopa says, I like big furry bear butts and cannot lie. Oh, okay. Let's see. Last week I had to restart 5 or 6 times. Oh
my goodness.
Well, let's see. There's 2 ways you could do it. You could have Snorter Poopas growl at it. Snort, growl at StreamYards for Agent Pepsi 1. Yeah. Well, and the second thing is we can have Trike do a.
I didn't know you had a Chromebook. Bashing a Chromebook, bashing it with a sledgehammer is actually known as the Chromebook Challenge 2.0.
She says, no, not my beloved Chromebook, but I will restart the browser. I don't know what I did today, but I twisted something just above my knee.
Ooh, ow.
I know. It's additional.
One of your joints.
No, it's in the thigh to the right of the knee. It's on the muscle. The additional prep work, lessons plans, and also space on my whiteboards, which is occupied by my German class.
It's the Germans.
The Germans. The German class.
But what's happening but teacher, what was happening in Germany from 1933 to 1945? Nothing. Nothing.
Ow. Ouch. That's okay. Yeah, and I am behind on my shorts because I got to put my cooking videos.
Oh.
on the short side. I showed them to everybody last week, but I've been meaning to get them. I did put a short out there. My first attempt at holding a bow, and I forgot the name of those bows.
Oh,
It's the one with about 18 different strings on it. If someone in the chat can give me an idea on what they're called.
the Doodle Caster.
I don't know. So
Lawn Dart 2.1.
yeah. Okay, we got a joke. My wife said romance is better on vacation. I wish she wouldn't have told me via postcard. That's good. Let's see. Hoping for a summer job, an 18-year-old set up interviews at several daycare centers. At one meeting, she sat down at one of the kiddie seats. Ooh, she was at the kiddie table? No simple task for most people. The interview went well, and in the end, the center director asked, Can you give me one good reason we should hire you? Because I fit in the chairs? She got the job. That's good. And the last one. People who take care of chickens are literally chicken tenders.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
I'll repeat that. People who take care of chickens are literally chicken tenders. Da-da. Okay. Out of those three, should I put up the kitty table, slapshot table, or the pit? Let's see. Okay, pepper lesson plan. There's no increase in pay as it is regulated by the state with a bonus being paid by the district. It's just the same.
Oh, so it's a BS promotion.
Yeah. Real history or the sensitive, touchy-feely kind of history? Well, I'd like to think it's the real history. Compound bow. Yeah, that's what it is. A compound bow.
Do you have to give trigger warnings before lessons?
I don't know. Oh, in her class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I teach the language. What people think teachers do is only like 20% of the job duties. Tons of paperwork, calling parents, prep. We basically have 8.5 hours, no breaks. Ugh. And Snort says, woof.
Arf.
As a veteran, I tend to be rather blunt and direct. The choice I had: teach the history class or not have a job in the fall. Oh, she is harsh. Chicken tenders. Nom. Agent Pepsi won. She says all three. Damn it! And Tasha's torture chamber. Oh no, that's not good. Well, I might as well walk myself. Let's see. Let's take care.
You might as well go flying with Major Kong.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not been around lately.
Nope.
I think Trike kidnapped him. Okay.
Did you ever see this HBO movie called By Dawn's Early Light?
Yes, I did.
You know, I always think of Major Kong when they're running from the bomber crew is running from the fighters and they can't shoot that last plane down. Mm-hmm. So the solution that Rebecca De Mornay comes up with is to drop the bomb and fly over the ridge.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
and Powers Booth.
Powers Booth. It's like, what are you doing? I want to see it. Damn it. I want to see it.
All right, that's Kitty Table. Let's see. My favorite. I like that movie. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, it was.
But I've always thought Rebecca De Mornay was, she was hot.
Oh, yeah.
She was definitely hot.
I was always, ever since I saw The Hand That Rocked the Cradle as a kid.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, I would be terrified of the specter having her as my babysitter.
She also did, no, that was, the one with George Peppard. I forgot the name. The one with George Peppard and Jan Michael Vincent. Who was the girl in there?
You know what?
It wasn't Rebecca De Mornay.
Damnation Alley.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me go to my Ace Wikipedia.
Got Carl Weathers in there too.
Yeah. That is.
That's like
Dominique Sanda.
That's one of the few Cold War era end of the world movies where they actually where it's like they actually launch the missiles.
Yeah.
You actually see it done.
Mm-hmm. Probably at the
right at the beginning.
Yeah. And there's the slapshot table. Golden showers. Okay. And lastly, where I probably deserve to be.
Yeah, WKRP in Cincinnati.
The Pit. All right, there I am in the pit. That's the same one, Agent Pepsi 1.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
James was,
yeah.
Yeah,
He was
movie.
Alice in the C-135.
Yeah. Yep. And knocked out that psycho.
Will you call us? What? Before we ram him? Yeah, sure. Will someone get me a cigarette? A real cigarette.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was the command.
Yeah.
He was in the command post.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So let's see. Rebecca De Mornay. What movies did she play in?
It's there was one where she was on a train, I think.
Runaway Train.
Risky Business. Yeah.
She did Risky Business.
Oh, Backdraft. I forgot about that.
The Hand That Rocks.
Yep.
And she let's see. She did Never Talk to Strangers. Oh, she was Dorothy Walker in Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, she did the Three Musketeers.
Oh, she was in Wedding Crashers too.
She was in NCIS. Well, everybody was in NCIS.
In NCIS. I mean, yeah.
Everybody's been in NCIS.
Everyone's been in NCIS. If like you've worked in television for 30 years and you haven't been on either NCIS or Law and Order SVU, there could be something wrong with you.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yes, it is, Agent Pepsi 1. It still is.
Yeah. Both of them are. Both of them are. Lawn. You know, Snort, that's probably going to be the next one. NCIS Topeka.
Gosh, it was real. It's like they had the first season, then they got rid of Sasha Alexander. You know, Caitlin Todd.
Yeah,
yeah.
I liked her.
So
I liked her, but no one could beat Ziva. Oh, no.
Yeah,
no one can beat.
We're
Ziva.
biased. We're biased because of certain cultural aspects.
Yeah, true. But she wasn't even. I mean, she played an Israeli. But she was she Peruvian or
Chilean?
Chilean. Okay, but yeah,
Chile.
I got to be careful about this one, Agent Pepsi one. I'll put it out there. I think they need to do a show about the Border Patrol taking out the Mexican cartels. I would like that. They actually did one. I forgot what network did that, but it was Border Wars.
Yeah,
it was Border Wars.
It's a touchy subject, and it's not easy to dramatize. Well, okay, it's easier
to do it in reality.
It's easy to dramatize and screw up than to dramatize and do it well.
Yeah. Let's see. Sasha Alexander got tired of the hours. Yeah, because it wasn't because of Rizzoli and Isles yet.
And from what I get, it's like if you have a show on network TV that's basically a license to work 18-hour days for 18-hour days for however long the show is filming, because that's literally what they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because and then she got Rizzoli and Isles, and that didn't last that long. I think it was about 6 seasons, 5 or 6 seasons. But I think after Ziva and Ziva and Denozo left. That Snorter Poopa says Ziva was woof. Mm-hmm.
I will say when they had Robert Wagner on as Denozo's father.
Yeah, that was good. Cool. That was cool. But Snort. NCIS Topeka, definitely. I think it's coming. If you saw the season finale, that's coming. Let's see. If I were running the Border Patrol, I'd hire the engineers who designed the barriers between East and West Germany at the height of the Cold War and triple their budget. Let me tell you about those borders. That border was pretty intriguing.
You see, no, Raymond. Let me tell you about East-West German border, Berlin Wall.
All right.
It did not keep people out; it kept people in.
True.
True
that. Yeah, true that. I
don't know why we don't just dig a trough.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I kind of. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was like, I kind of feel bad because people who are coming from South America, they're crossing the Darien Gap, which is like deadly enough as it is. But it's like, if you say, well, it's like you put up a sign at the Darien Gap. It's like, hey, we got one of these at the Mexican border now.
Yeah. Let's I guess they're doing a new show called NCIS, Tony and Ziva.
I think they should just take all the shows. CBS should take all the shows it's been canceling and just start doing crossovers like crazy. I don't know if they would do right, but I don't see how they could screw up things worse.
Crossovers between their old shows,
All
shows?
like Magnum PI and FBI and I don't know, whatever it is, you know.
Well, let's see. They've done that. They did that with 5-0 and MacGyver.
Yeah.
And then NCIS, they kept crossing over between. They ought to just make a decision on LL
Jag.
Cool J.
Oh.
Is he in? Is he out? Is he in? Is he out? He's probably the only one that'd be worth keeping from all the spinoffs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. My NCIS expert is behind me, and she's probably pulling out her hair saying, why is he saying this? Let's see. General investigation starring Tony and Ziva as husband and wife PIs after retiring from NCIS after 45 years. I like that. But it's been done. Let's see. Columbo.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Columbo, Heart to Heart. That was a good show. Heart to Heart.
I think. No, I think I would want to see McGee and Ziva.
Oh, McGee and Ziva, but he's already married. McGee.
No, I'm not saying I'm married as like partners.
Oh, okay.
In a PI agency.
Oh, I like that. That'd be a good interesting show. But isn't he kind of running he's trying to be running for deputy director of the agency?
I have no idea. All I know is he's still on the show, so
yeah.
I mean at this point they have Paramount CBS Viacom has not merged with Skydance, so we got to cannibalize people.
Yes,
cannibalize.
Yeah, cannibalize. Agent Gibbs, the early years. 1861 to 1865.
Ooh, no, it's like, yeah, we'll have a show about Gibbs and Gibbs as a kid, as a teenager growing up. Where he goes, yeah.
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 Yeah, I've told this to my NCIS expert here. My NCIS expert that I think they miscast the guy who plays the guy who's playing Gibbs in NCIS Origins is too buff to be Gibbs.
Well, it is television.
That is true.
Or they could go off on a new bent where it's like they give the people, it's like they give the team like a Moriarty kind of character, like Harmon Rabb from Jag was off the reservation. He gets so resentful over his night blindness, he decides to lead an international criminal organization.
Oh, I like it. Well, another thing I told my NCIS expert, and she kind of, she shakes her head every time I say this over and over again. But if you do the math, bring out your way back, your your OmniVax and your computer algorithms.
Yeah.
If you think, okay, NCIS has been on since forever. Jags.
September 2003.
And okay, so 22 years.
Almost 22 years.
Yes. And a Navy person is killed, and take all its spinoffs.
Yeah.
And take all its spinoffs. And you do the calculation and all that. There would not be anybody to run the Navy or to man the Navy or the Marines.
Well, doesn't that kind of sound like real life according to the news?
Yeah.
It's like
I know it's television.
It's like we're it's like the Navy's 4 years and $10 billion over on the latest Columbia submarine, and I don't know.
Yeah. I like Jag too. I liked Jag too.
I thought you guys were joking about NCIS Tony and Ziva, but it's a real thing. Wow.
Snort says, I like Jag even the preference was silly. I called it Jag Special Forces. Yeah. Yeah, even if, yeah. Yeah. No, I like Jag. It did go off the rails sometimes. Hello, Comic Relief Crusader, the huge man. Put a CRC out there. Congratulations on becoming gainfully employed again. You are now. So, and come up here, buddy. Come on up. Yeah, I liked Heart to Heart. That was a pretty cool premise. You had Jonathan and Jennifer Hart, a wealthy couple who find themselves solving crimes. That one was.
And was it Ernest Borgnine's stunt double?
Oh yeah.
Lionel Sandtender.
Yeah, Lionel Stander, who also was the voice of one of the Transformers in the 80s Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, let's see. So, yeah, that was it. Stephanie Powers. Ooh.
Yep.
I would have thought they would have gotten waiting on the wife who's going to call again.
Again.
Oh, for the 8th time. Why is she calling? Well, none of my business, comic. Let's see. Crime Story. Best crime show of the 80s.
Now, I always thought that it would have been cool if Heart to Heart did a crossover with Remington Steele.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that they were on the same network. I think they were both on NBC.
Yeah.
Because she loves me, maybe. She's checking up on you, comic. Air Zeppelin, the 1890s gunship in action, starring the ghosts of Ernest Borgnine and the other guy with the bad attitude, Jan Michael Vincent.
Yep.
Vincent. Meanwhile, Sarah McKenzie wipes out a third world country.
Actually, Heart to Heart was on ABC.
ABC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remington Steele was on NBC.
Okay. Yeah, you look at the. Actually, you do look at the. You look at their splash page, and I could see why. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, ABC always had that same style of splash page.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah. Same lettering. Quite boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about the Fall Guy?
Oh,
I used to watch that.
That
I
was classic.
Yes.
Ooh.
Heather Thomas, woof. To say,
Mhm.
to quote Snort the Poopus. To quote Snort the Poopus.
What about Heather Locklear?
Oh yeah. In TJ Hooker.
Oh yeah.
That was her big breakout.
Yep.
That was her big breakout. Okay, let's see. There was something I was gonna. On tonight's episode of Jag, we figure out another way to get harm in the cockpit while Admiral Chegwin goes full seal at a staff conference gone wrong.
Oh, she was on Fantasy Island.
Who?
Heather Locklear.
Oh, but she had her big breakout on
TJ Hooker.
Yeah, TJ Hooker. Before she went to
Melrose Place.
Melrose Place, yeah. 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 Let's see.
Now, you know what I am wondering about?
Huh.
I am starting to wonder about the I'm starting to wonder about King of the Hill. And
I have never watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
never watched it. Never watched. Well, if I had to, say like on the Cartoon Channel, and I'm waiting for Toonami to look at anime, and I had no choice but to see Futurama, but I just had it on and used it as noise. Never actually watched Family Guy. Never.
No, but I think that I think King of the Hill was really one of the best middle of the road animated shows. Really was.
Yeah. Let's see. The female JAG officer was wrong. How she could not be a Marine. Aren't all non-line officers, lawyers, chaplains, doctors for Marines? Aren't they U.S. Navy officers? Yeah.
I don't know.
I never figured that out.
You're asking the Air Force guy?
Yeah, you're asking the Air Force guy. Yeah, you're asking the Air Force guy. I know nothing about the Navy / Marines. Although I did have to wonder.
Yes.
In NCIS, back to NCIS at Los Angeles, on I guess their series finale, they somehow put Harmon Rab as the XO of a carrier. Why didn't he's old enough? He's a captain. He's old enough to be. He could have been the captain. Well, he had my guess is too far.
How is he going to be I mean, okay, I get that he can't be a pilot, but how is he going to be surface warfare if he has those same visual issues?
Well, they did do a surgery to fix it.
Oh, okay.
During the series, they did fix it. He did get back online, but there was enough of a break between his flight status. I mean, yeah, he kept current on his flight status. But my thought is, he could have been the he could have been the ship commander.
Yeah.
Not the XO of it. And he wasn't even the keg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They went off the rails with NCIS sometimes.
Well, they started making money with NCIS.
True.
You know,
that's true.
I mean,
it's about the money. Money.
I mean, right now 60 Minutes is begging and pleading the advertisers to stick with it in its fight to somehow Steinhoist the rest of the company against the Skydance merger. And it's like, well, if these were the Walter Cronkite days, but you have to understand the Cronkite standard would be, I am addressing one person in America. You don't know who you are, but you are a husband. And if you are not home by 5 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to be sleeping with your wife. And you better bet sure as hell every working man in America the next day would be home at 4:45 p.m. on the dot. That was the Cronkite standard.
Comic says both Heathers were so fun. I would not disagree with you. I was a toxic male in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah, we need Agent Pepsi One on here.
Yes, we do. Come on, Agent. She says, I want to see a crossover of the $6 Million Man and Captain Kangaroo. He goes undercover as children's TV star while being this bionic NRO agent. Huh?
The $6 million Man and Inspector Gadget.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, Gadget, why do you have to say that go BS before you do anything?
Hello, Stark of Iron. How are you, sir? Who says wubba lubba dub dub? Okay.
Do you know what that's in reference to, Raymond?
No.
Oh, it's a Rick and Morty reference.
Oh, okay. Agent Pepsi.
Peace among worlds. Stark of Iron.
Agent Pepsi 1 says, Heather who? Snort! I had a friend who was a cop. Well, he's quoting. He said he'd love to have Heather Locklear ride his hood.
Well, gosh. See, I'd still go with Shatner.
Yeah. Yeah. He did do a good cop.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Max Redstone. Stop fibbing, Mac. You're starting to wonder about Tasha's sanity. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Stone says, I never wonder about your sanity. I know you're crazy, Agent Pepsi 1. Snort says the Marine Corps does have jets. Okay. I like this one. Agent Pepsi 1. NCIS special. Gibbs comes out of retirement to crush the bonus army because General Arthur was too incompetent, according to President Coolidge. And that's why you should be teaching world history, Agent Pepsi 1. You can come up with that stuff. He's getting too old to be a combat pilot, they said. The problem is he changed status too often. Yeah, true.
Yeah, because like if you think about Top Gun Maverick, you know, he's been and I know this because, you know, there's just tons and tons of Navy people around me. You know, he's been in the Navy for 30 years.
Yeah.
And he's not an admiral.
He's a captain.
So it's like at the point where it's like if you're in the Navy for 30 years and you haven't gotten promoted admiral, you retire. Yeah.
Yeah, you're retired.
Now I know that there's like arguments, he could have been in the reserves, yeah, but it's like I'm just saying, hey, anyway, it's been 30 years.
Yeah, there was definitely a suspension of disbelief on that one.
But it's nice to be asked back. They're called orders, Maverick.
Gibbs, the Revolutionary War Years, Episode 1. Gibbs investigated Benedict Arnold. Could you imagine Gibbs slapping George Washington and the wig falls off?
And the teeth fall out?
Yeah. Gibbs slap Washington. Gibbs slap Benjamin Franklin. Oh. And he looks exactly at 2025. Gray hair, well past its retirement age. Let's see. Hail the leader of the great pod, the King Dolphin TV. Yes, indeed. And I got the scepter. I've got the scepter to prove it. I like that. I will teach the classes cause and effect rather than dates and events. Oh, that's a nice way to do it. My dad was an F4 driver in the U.S. I think he had 27 or 28 years, maybe 30, but he was pulled from flight status about 6 to 7 years before retirement. Yeah. He is here. Huge. Totally
huge.
Amazingly huge.
Hello, Comic Relief.
Hello, King Dolphin and Max Redstone.
Hello.
Hello. I'm feeling pretty darn shooting good.
That's good. When do you become the wage slave?
I become the wage slave on the 27th.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, because Friday, that's kind of why my show was kind of late on Friday. I had to go all the way into Calgary, do a drug test, had to, do the swab thing and all that kind of stuff. And then the family wanted me to get dinner, so I had to go by Edo Japan and get some ramen and I got myself a burger because I knew if I would have had ramen. Don't get me wrong, I love ramen, but I would have been hungry about another half an hour later or something like that. And then the wife was like,
on the plus side, you had ramen for dinner.
That's true. So the wife was like, well, why don't you just do a late show? It's like, all right, fine. Yeah, sure. So, did a late show. All right. So I overstepped my bounds because Doomcock was on at the same time. But you know what? Doesn't matter anyway. So just having fun.
As Jill says, the internet is big enough for all of us.
Exactly. It's huge. Huge internet.
Yeah.
Everybody, could just do their thing.
Yes.
So
FKHC 2005 said with a $2 super chat says, and then there was Sledgehammer, which ended I remember that show. I'm trying to avoid that. Then there was Sledgehammer, which ended in a
ramen.
Ramen, yeah.
Ramen. Yeah.
Ramen. Oh, yeah. Which ended in a boom.
Wah, 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 wah.
Thanks, Tim. Let's see.
So what happened when I added jalapeno peppers into my burger?
Wow, you're a lightweight.
I'm not. My butthole isn't.
Oh boy. I went to Mission Barbecue. We went to Mission Barbecue today because it was the finale of Armed Forces Week. So usually I'll get like the brisket and stuff like this, but they had a Hawaiian flavored brisket, and I'm over there asking the guy, what about this hamburger? He says, I like the cheeseburger.
Huh.
And I said, okay. And what about the Hawaiian? The Hawaiian brisket. He says, I don't like the sauce. I'd go with the cheeseburger. And I go, okay. So, and I ate it. I should have gone with the pulled pork. That's how underwhelming it was. No,
number one.
Nope. They didn't have beef ribs.
Nope. Never happened. But
They didn't have beef ribs.
I wish they did. I wish beef ribs were a thing at restaurants. No, it's still the pork ribs.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, well, number one, beef ribs is a thing.
Yeah, but not at restaurants.
You just gotta. I'm just like, huh. I'm sorry. I guess we're on different planets here, bro.
I know. Sometimes I wonder. Let's see.
Oh, you got another super chat.
Yeah. Oh, Snort says, I think the military has a policy about being passed over for promotion twice and you're out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but be careful. I eat people who correct me. Agent Pepsi One says, in high school, as most history classes are taught by typically incompetent, there are exceptions, coaches. I think my boss forced me into my class because of my history masters. Probably. I will tell you, my high school history teacher was absolutely amazing. He had the presence to do it. Now he was a brother, not that type of brother, but I think you call him clergy. Yeah, he was a brother of Holy Cross. So, but he turned his classroom into a museum. It had so much paraphernalia, so many artifacts, so many war games. It was just, you go in there and you're going back into history. That's what you should do, Agent Pepsi One. Build your classroom into a museum. Qualified histories are in high school are against policy.
I can believe that.
Comic, did you get buffering issues with StreamYards? It looks like you got it. Oh, you did have some issues. Let's see. Still buffering. YouTube working right now. No lagging. Let's see. Okay, now I'm getting. Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you.
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't know about CRC, but he's muted.
Oh, he's muted. Yeah.
He stands mute.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So there were a few there were a few crossovers with St. Elsewhere. Does that mean they were all in the mind of Tommy Westfall?
In his little snow globe.
Spot. Yes.
Comic. Okay. The best foods, burnt going in, but flame coming out.
That's right. Best.
Don't tell Raymond about drinking milk. Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
Well, that being said, now I'm going to have to ask Raymond about drinking milk. Raymond, tell me about drinking milk.
Raymond, are you lactose intolerant?
No.
Why do you hate lactose?
I like it. I like milk. I like cheese.
Don't tell me You tried.
I
to
don't
tip
know
a
what she's
cow as a-
talking about.
You tried to tip a cow as a kid, and the cow tipped you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
I want to know. That last bomb only roasted half of my mallows. I forgot to turn them. Another dose, my Nuka-Colas are ice cold. Stark with a $5 super chat. You can't use bomb. You have to use the other word.
Major Kong.
Boom.
Thanks. Thanks, comic.
You're welcome.
Pile? What the
Shaz-
hell happened?
Shazam!
Well, gee, Sergeant Carter, you told me not to press the red button, so I didn't press the red button. That was the button to not launch the missile. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, that's right.
Next year, I can't do it because one section honors history, lots and lots and lots of tests. 2 sections German, one section German 2. Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's a good thought. Let's see. I had some good history teachers in grade school. One got me interested in ancient history, early one, and forever ended my chance of me learning anything that would earn me any money.
You know, I wouldn't say by and large in general, I didn't have bad teachers. However, I had, like, my freshman and sophomore year, I just had the 2 most crusty, curmudgeonly English teachers. Like, I don't know how I developed any sort of interest. It must have been like my interest in reading and my creative process must have been because I started watching Doctor Who since I could since I became a sentient being.
Right.
So
Hence the big words you use now.
it's like I on my sophomore year, it was this lady. She was like a country farm bumpkin,
Right.
and she wrote out a questionnaire for everyone, and one of the questions was, what do you see yourself as in, as a career? And I wrote CIA counterinsurgent, and like ever since that she hated me. I'm like,
because she knew one day you would spy on her, and she was afraid.
perhaps.
But you say curmudgeonly teachers in English. We had one in sophomore English high school. He comes in the very first day of class.
Yeah.
And says, I'm going to fail half of you. And
Hooray.
me, the passive aggressive person I am, I was at that time, I said, okay, I'm going to call you on it. I didn't do any work. I failed the class.
Oh, dude.
But I did. My junior and senior year, I made the dean or the honors list all 8 quarters. So it was like nanny boo English teacher.
Yeah,
And in fact, English in junior and senior year I got A's in both of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I would have done better if I understood that the dean's list is something you want to get onto instead of avoid.
Yeah. I had this one English teacher in high school, Mrs. Anning. We would call her Boot Lips Anning, right? And there was a really good reason why. Because whenever, and she was, she was a battle axe of a teacher. And whenever she would stand in front of you and she was explaining, grammar and punctuation and apparently all the things that people should care about nowadays. She would end up forming this ball of spit on her bottom lip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it wouldn't. The amazing thing is, it wouldn't drip down or anything like that. It would just stay there. Yeah, it would just stay there on her bottom lip, and then all of us were like deathly afraid that it would just become this projectile that would end up hitting us in the forehead or something like that. Oh my God! Oh, I hated her as a teacher. Oh yeah, she would just on purpose pay attention to the A+ students, and she would just like shame anybody that was like a C grade or below, right? And many of us ended up failing her class, and and I was one of them, right? And one day I had this talk with her. And she's like, I just don't understand why you're failing this class. And I told her flat out, it's because you put most of us down and you only pay attention to the A+ students. And she was taken back, right? She was. And
she didn't stop. She did not stop.
Oh no. Just
I had a college medievals history teacher who was wonderful. He passed on a few years ago. Christ, ICT. But the only subject in my senior year I had a problem with was chemistry. For some reason, I didn't do well in chemistry. But by this time, I was already going to graduate with honors at the end of the school year. So I'm
I had. So the way our school was structured was we, instead of homerooms, we were in it's called advisory. And the same group of guys and same teacher for advisory for all 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So for freshman year, and then you'd have an advisor chairman, chairman or a chairwoman for the girls. And so freshman year there was freshman year is okay. Sophomore and junior year, I had the same advisor chairman because he went up, he went up a notch and changed jobs in between my sophomore and junior year. Well, I had trouble getting to class on time because in terms of like distance to school in the township, I lived like right at the edge of the township. So that's not an excuse, but then there was the kid who lived right across the street from the school, and he wasn't as bad as I was, but come on. So anyway, my senior year, the advisor chairman decides he's going to try and mend my ways. Because the guy who was the advisor chairman the sophomore and junior years, he just gave up. He is like, you know what? This kid's going to find his way in life doing stuff that doesn't necessarily require him to be on time, or at least not on our schedule.
Right.
And towards the end of the year, it's like I was getting detentions. I was getting breakfast club. We had breakfast club like in the morning, not on Saturday.
Right.
And it's like, he said, you know what, Max, you owe a debt to the school community. You owe a debt. So what I want you to do is take this bag and go around the school, go around the grounds of the school and pick up garbage. I'm thinking about this. I'm like, you know what? I don't owe jack to this community. I go back up there. It's like, sir, I owe nothing to this community. It owes me. Like, well, you can be suspended. Well, you can be suspended for the day. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. So I call up my mom. Yeah. I was like, she was laughing. I was laughing. And he comes out of his office like, this might not look good to a school, even if you've been accepted. I'm thinking, not where I applied, buddy.
Well, we had ways to get out of detention. And in my high school, It was a Catholic all-boys high school. Oh, joy.
Uh-huh.
No wonder I became Jewish. So out of all 4 years, I got 1 detention. And I said, I'm not going to serve a detention. So what he did, we have the disciplinarian called the Dean of Men. He has this way to get out of serving a detention. He has this paddle about
12
inches long, 2 inches wide, 3 big holes in it. And that was your way out of detention. You bend over. And this guy's not skinny. This guy's an ex-football player.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
If you could survive a SWAT from that,
Right.
you deserve not going out, not serving your detention.
Oh,
And-
man.
And
Can you imagine if someone did that today?
no.
They'd probably be all over the news.
Teacher brutality.
Mm-hmm.
That or, no, I don't want to mention it actually, what some teachers have done with their students.
Yeah.
Because
Let's get away.
that's naughty.
Yeah. But that was the way to get out of it. And that's because I had a track practice that night and I had to make it.
Although I wish that French teacher would have done that with me. But anyway, I digress.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
These are from FKHC 2005.
Farside.
Oh.
Love it.
Oh.
I love Farside.
Gary Larson is a national treasure.
Oh, yeah.
Great one. Great group. Great group of pictures to FKHC.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said boom.
What are you trying to do, CRC? Write a sequel to The Day After?
Okay, I'll say it backwards. I'll say moob.
Okay.
That better.
Yeah. Because I got to go through these chats. Can I finish?
I'll say moob
Okay.
instead of boom.
I'm going to ignore that one for now because I got
No.
Dr. House examines Agent Gibbs and abruptly resigns. And suddenly throws away his crutches and runs out of the hospital. Starker Ryan says, the dose of gamma radiations make me warm in the belly. Cheers.
I will say this. House, I always felt that the show really jumped the shark with the David Morse character. That was the only person who actually was spiritually a match to House.
Mm.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agent Snort says Jethro gives House the Gibbs slap and cures his leg. What you have just witnessed on your screen was what happens after the first teaspoon of Tasha's mild chili.
Num num.
A personal endorsement. Agent Pepsi's special afterburner chili. Another one, Tim? I just showed him. Max says, Agent Pepsi 1 says, I was asked something similar in my high school, senior in high schools. I said, choice 1, fashion model. Choice 2, secret agent. Agent Pepsi 1. Agent Pepsi 1. And Legata says, and Agent Pepsi 1, pick 3, a secret agent fashion model. Already done. The girl from Uncle. Was she a model?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, was she? I think so.
I don't know. Snort says, Agent Pepsi 1, I see a movie in your future. Top Secret 2, Iron Curtain fashion model. Ooh.
Yeah.
I was ruthless last year. I failed this girl who was rude and had a 59.43 average. Ms. Bell, can you give me 1 point?
You can be rude or have a 59.4 average, not both.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yet I deny you your point. You get nothing.
That's another sore subject. I think I've told this story.
What?
But again, this is these small little niggling percentage points can be so
Annoying.
Annoying. Yes. I was in the Air Force. I was getting ready. Well, I tested for E6. Now, what they do is there's 2 tests you got to take. One on your job, one on Air Force, everything on the Air Force.
Right.
And then they take other things like medals, your ratings, blah, blah, blah. So in 1984, we had this Air Force directed exercise that my base was the test bed for a lot of new shiny things.
Right.
Like shelters. They built a alternate runway. They did some fake F-16s, blah, blah, blah. And there were a lot of people involved in it. And so and that was the first experiment with barcode readers, where they used barcode readers to put our names on it and use that for personnel accountability when when the base is being bombed. So they did that, and it was a joke. In our Doofer book, people were signing the entries by fudging barcodes.
Yeah. So
we endured that. Long story short, and we afterwards, Air Force was hoo da hoo, yay, we, and awards were coming all over the place. People were getting achievement medals, which is 1 point worth of promotion time. It's 1 point on the promotion package. So everybody who really didn't do squat were getting these awards. They were participation trophies. So they were giving those out like candy. And then the wing commander, I guess, trying to get his star. He was trying to get his star, so he cut that madness off because he figures if the base got an outstanding unit award, there's his star. And so he pulled all the individual awards and said, we're going for the big shlemang. So I got my results after the award business, blah, blah, blah. And I missed E6 and I remember this number. Till the day I die, I will remember this number. By 0.05.
Damn.
0.05. I was the number one non-selectee. And then our division officer, comes over to me after I said this and after I started cursing.
Yeah.
And huh? Oh, trike's being trike. So I'm cursing and I'm growling, and then he gets into my zone of anger and says, "What would an achievement medal giving you?"
Oh,
Yeah, bad time, bad statement.
well,
I gritted my teeth and I said I would have gotten it.
well, at least you didn't cheat. You know,
No, I didn't.
like those, like the,
True.
like the missile combat crew commanders did that one time.
Yeah, but I made it the next testing cycle.
Cool.
Yeah, so all right, but yeah, that's why when you got these points, when these missing by little bitty little points, it brings back that nightmare for me.
No, I feel you.
Miss Hearn, I always call my students by their last name. You don't need a point, but 7/100th of 1%. You failed. I will not change your grade because of your behavior. Oh.
God.
Boy, she is ruthless. Yes, I have an advisory class. We keep the students for their entire high school time.
Cool.
That college professor caught me goofing off. That college professor caught me goofing off in the library on a break reading history books. The nerve of me. Well, I'll tell you what. I was a summer school person. The first one was to make sure I could get into the school. The second one was because I failed that English class. The third one was to take classes that I really didn't want to take in a normal school year and have that bothersome class in my schedule because it was kind of worthless. Same with senior year. So by my senior year, I pretty much didn't have to go to. Normally, the school day started at 8. I didn't have to show up for my first mandatory class till 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
That's how I manipulated the system.
Raymond is such a grifter.
Just take care of things during summer school, and you're golden.
Suckers.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
Your CRC, your microphone is clipping a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oops.
You know, it's like my school. If like all my worst and weirdest nightmares are having to do with like me going back to high school and being the age I am now, but I have to go. It's like I haven't completed it yet, but we had a very, very heavily weighted GPA system. So it's like, and then we had like four levels of classes. So like we had 2, 3, 4, and 5. Like 2 was college prep, 3 was advanced, 4 was honors, and 5 was AP. So an A in 2 level was weighted as 4.0, and then an A in 3 level was 4.8. In 4, it would be weighted as 5.6. 8, and if you took an AP class, an A would be weighted as 7.2. All of these were out of 4. And then I never audited any of my classes. And because if you audited a class, it wouldn't be and passed. Right. It would not be counted on as, and it's like I ended up having like a solid 3.0 grade average, but out of like a class of 762 kids, I was like 600 something.
Wow.
So yeah.
Let's see. Tim says Catholic all boys high school. That does explain everything. Yes, it does, Tim. It does totally. So it says Memo said My priorities have changed. Knowing what I know now, I would have picked my religion based on any dietary restrictions they have. The Comic Relief Crusader, don't demonetize Raymond.
I'm not.
Well, as Lieutenant Worf would say, monetize this.
Yeah.
And Tim has a $2 super chat, which he says, boom. And that means now I have to do 2 explosions because I still owe Comic one. Hello, Mom. I'm off to drop the bomb. Okay. All right, let's see. Where was I? Okay, now those explosions knocked. Boy, there's the
Raymond, those explosions are not free, you know.
I know.
Yes.
Meanwhile, at Los Alamos,
Yeah.
the guy says,
the Royal Navy
Yeah.
leases their missiles from us. I mean, they have their own warheads, and whatnot, but they lease their submarine launched ballistic missiles from us. So, do you know how much a year that costs?
No.
no.
$12 million.
Whoa.
Hey, Fez.
Hello.
How you doing?
Fez.
Hey, Faz.
Hi. How you all?
We've been in our bomb shelters.
Yeah, I'm kind of in one right now. We got a storm going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So,
I hear that's the way things get chaotic on that side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I don't see the trees moving now. The cat was chasing leaves from the other side of the window. It's hilarious.
It might be raining here soon too. Jeez.
Yeah. So
The cat was chasing leads. It sounds like the cat's a salesman.
no leaves.
Oh,
The things would
leaves.
fall from trees.
Yes. Okay, I understand.
Yes. So where are we?
We're in our bomb shelters.
Yeah.
Go, gadget, counter.
And we cannot unequivocally say the word moob.
Yeah.
Oop.
Moob. I bet you in the Air Force, you didn't sleep in class, was refused to follow directions, texted on the phone, cheated on quizzes. It felt good to fail her. If 59.43 or 59.43 was earned. Oh, okay.
Oh.
She cheated and still couldn't get past the D average. That is pathetic.
Yeah, it is. When I was a cub, I took when I was a cub, I took an Air Force medical and tested with 2015 vision. They really chased me for a while and wanted me to go into aviation. I didn't bite much, but it was tempting.
Yeah.
All right. Swift -1 says, I prefer the girl from Outback.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my eyes have aged since then. I can't see the end of my snoot now. Okay. Yeah, because I want to get into some trivia. Let me see. Any
Trivia.
Oh, there's a hail of trike.
I got a question to ask before you do trivia. Okay.
What?
Okay. Not that I'm, whatever. Anyway, so the last month, okay, I've been doing these little movie matinee kind of things, right?
Yeah.
and the first one I did sci-fi. Okay, the second one I did horror, and then let's see, last week it was like adventure with the Lost World, and today I did a comedy, right? So and because you have to show public domain stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking what the next movie genre I should show.
Film noir.
Ooh, film noir. Okay.
That would work. That would work.
Because I was thinking either a romance or a drama or a cartoon.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like Fez's idea.
Film
Yeah,
noir.
there's a lot of good stuff out there.
God, no. Snort, no.
Yeah.
What a poopus.
No! Unless it's French. And it's art.
Snort!
Then it's art.
Snort!
Put him below the pit.
Yeah. Oh.
No, if it's from France, then it's art. If it's from America,
Boy, they're really trying to get me. Yeah.
yeah.
Enjoy
That's what
your
happens
time
with-
with the pit.
What happens when you're monetized, baby?
And right after Mr. Raymond got monetized.
Exactly.
For shame.
Well, because I was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Remember, mommy, I'm off to get a commie, so send me a salami and try to smile somehow. I'll look for you when the war is over. An hour and a half from now. Ba-da-da-da.
Yep.
Because I was thinking of doing a drama, like The Phantom of the Opera
Well, there is that.
Yeah.
There is one.
from 1925. So I'm thinking about doing that one.
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera, eh?
Yeah.
All in classic black and white with the incredible Technicolor scene with the Phantom as the devil.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I love that
That
one.
was that's awesome.
That's
Ugh.
Phantom of the
All
Opera that I saw as a kid.
Your,
And that scene, it scared me.
Yeah.
your microphone's clipping a bit again, CRC.
Okay. That's
They don't vote. All right.
Yeah.
Let me shuffle up my questions, trivia questions here. Oh.
French art will be the week after Snort. So
Oh God. And, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to tell the lifeguards to go after a curmudgeon like Snort when Snort is a lifeguard.
Yep.
Yell snort.
Hail to
Yes.
the Snort. Hail to the Snort.
And all you other happy people.
that's right.
Uh,
There's
oh. You guys are out to demonetize me.
no, Tim. No.
They're out to demonize you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Debbie does Dallas in the
No,
Well, it's better than Debbie does Doncaster.
that's not from France, so it's not art. Not art.
Yep.
It's not even German.
How is that in the public domain? That came out in the 70s.
What is? Oh no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Because
All right,
it's not
trivia.
art. Okay.
With yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Oh God, this first question. I'm out to get myself demonetized. And I picked this one, so I got it. What is the only U.S. state never to have banned prostitution?
Las
That
Vegas.
Nevada?
Dallas.
State,
Nevada?
guys.
Nevada?
Thank you, man.
That's
Yes, it's Nevada.
the rule in Nevada is that if you're in a county that has, I think, more than 300,000 or 700,000, then you cannot have a bordello.
Yeah,
Go on, Maine.
which makes the cities which makes
Yeah.
the city's outlook illegal.
God.
But they found ways around it, I'll tell you that.
Well,
Mhm.
The $100 champagne bottle.
love
Yeah, I think-
finds a way.
Yeah. Massage parlors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What quartet dressed up as the Bat Wizard, Star Child, Spaceman, and the Cat?
Oh,
Yes.
YMC, the Village People?
No.
No.
Fez should know this.
I just said it was Kiss.
Yes, it was Kiss.
Oh, okay.
oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who promised Dolph he'd commit his troops when Germany's attack on France proved successful?
Mussolini?
Yep. What dog's name was changed to the what dog's name was changed to the St. Francis Terrier to enhance its image? And the chat can announce. The chat can kick in.
Pug?
No,
German Shepherd.
Here.
no.
Boxer?
No,
A Dutch one.
no,
No. Saint Bernard.
no.
Uh,
To the chat.
Afghan Wolfhound.
What dog's name was changed to the St. Francis Terrier to enhance its image? And the answer is the pit bull.
I was just going to say that. Damn it.
So interesting thing, trivia about Mussolini
Uh-huh.
on the other end of the war. So towards the end of the war, hit the German buddy Dolph was on so many narcotic medications from his concierge doctor
Yes.
that he was just all over the place. And the day that Mussolini came into town to discuss strategy because he was having his tuchus swatted around, and apparently Dolph had gotten an injection of oxycodone
Uh-huh.
from his doctor, and it made him feel so good that he made the doctor give him another one, and he was just bouncing off the walls so much, saying about this, that, and Mussolini couldn't get a word in, and he was trying to tell the rumor, or the historical rumor is that at that meeting he was trying to break it to his buddy, that he was trying to break it to Dolph that he's going to have to surrender, but he didn't, because Dolph was just bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's a good book. I think you might have read it. It's I forgot I've got it in my back back bookcase. It's from a German author. It's called Blitzed.
Yeah. I know where I have it somewhere. I just haven't read through it.
Oh,
but
I've read it twice, and it's just absolutely amazing.
It's about Dr. Theodore Morell.
It's not just that, but it's
and Pervitin, and also Pervitin.
Yeah, the German army's victories were all due to Pervitin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fascinating read.
Brilliant.
I mean, if I could get away with it, I'd like to review it, but I don't know if I can get away with it. I'll have to think about it. That's with my producer and some of the.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to let you guys go because the weather's getting really bad here.
Okay.
Oh,
You be safe, comic.
All right.
Yeah,
You too.
man.
Hey,
See ya.
Peter, put a CRC out there to show our support for the big comic relief crusader.
Anti-M, it's a twister.
Yeah. I saw that meme from airport.
Yeah. Airplane.
Yeah. Good.
It's okay. I just, you're like the third person this week who has referred to that movie as Airport.
Mhm. Okay. What?
Well, it was almost as funny as Airport.
Yeah.
What? Let's see. Let's do it here. Let's see. Okay. What automatic weapon was once marketed as the ideal weapon for the protection of large estates, ranches, plantations, etc.?
The Uzi?
No.
Uh,
Good answer, though.
The M16?
Gatling gun,
No.
thermonuclear device.
Wait, let's
Oh,
see.
shit, that's
MG
Tommy gun.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, here's an interesting one. What did the French call the English disease and the English call the French disease?
Chlamydia?
What was that, Fez?
Syphilis.
Yep.
Oh, well, I went with the clap, but hey.
Oh, dear. Let's see. Okay, I gotta look at that one. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that card was pretty problematic.
But fun.
What?
But fun.
Giggity.
Giggity.
You said but.
Yep. Let's see. Let me see here. Before I do a let's see, yeah. Come on, where are all my memes when I just pulled up a bunch of memes
Ah.
and
A barrel of memes.
A barrel of memes. And they're Chuck Norris memes.
Ah.
You can't go wrong with the Chuck Norris meme.
No.
Let's see. Oh, I got to show this one.
Yep.
From Willie and Joe by Bill Malden. I love this one. I love that one. Uncle Willie.
You know, and I think it was Ike who just after the war, or just after World War II, proposed getting rid of the Marines. So that way it would just be the Army and the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened in 1946, there was a riot at Alcatraz. And the only group in the government that could possibly restore order there was the U.S. Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then they created the Air Force.
Yep.
Yeah.
To bomb Alcatraz.
Let's see. What's this one? Snort could go with this one. Here's one for you, Snort. Minimum ice thickness recommended for safe usage. Human, less than 5 centimeters, stay off. Ice fishing, 10 centimeters. Snowmobile, 15 centimeters. Car, 20 to 30 centimeters. And I've got a story. You've heard of the story of up in Minnesota, Thunder Bay, Ontario. The car, I guess it was a car that started in 40 below weather for a commercial, and it was out in the middle of the lake in Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
And my ex said, that's a load of hooey. The car would have been stolen in a moment.
Huh.
Trucks 30 to 12 to 15 inches. Semi truck 36 to 40 inches, 90 to 100 centimeters. All-terrain armored transport.
Yeah.
150 centimeters, 60 inches. Lizard monster, 250 centimeters, 100 inches. Ah, okay. Except Godzilla would melt the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
100 inches. Wow.
Yeah.
The optimism.
Mm-hmm. The designator F is now used for fighter. But what did the U.S. Army Air Force use it for in World War II? Well, I knew they used P for pursuit for the fighters. I don't know what I forgot, or I don't remember.
Well, the Corsair was the F4U.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the Navy used it.
Yeah.
And only for a certain certain number of fighters. Yes, Truman wanted to get rid of the Marines too. But the Marines have a heck of a public relations agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They it's like after World War II, they were convinced that the wars of tomorrow will all be fought with the atom bomb.
Yeah.
Right. And just like 30 seconds, there's an author named Annie Jacobson, and she wrote a book. She writes books about the military industrial complex. She wrote book about Operation Paperclip, where we got German scientists to help with their space program. And anyway, her latest book is called Nuclear War, a Scenario. And the heart of the book is she writes a second by second playbook of what would happen over 72 minutes in a nuclear exchange.
An hour from a half from now.
Yes, exactly. But she talks about like the beginnings of strategy, and then there was this one meeting where they were going over things like with on the big board, and it was like, okay, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and all the generals were saying, yes, very good, okay, good, got it. And this one deputy secretary of defense was like, oh my God, we're planning a genocide, just like another group of people did. And he was like the only one who felt that way. So
yeah.
Snort says the F was used for photo reconnaissance. Okay. P was used for pursuit. F was okay. My brain just hurt. So my excuse or my cure for the brain hurting is
margarita.
Is a Chuck Norris meme. Chuck Norris doesn't sleep; he waits.
Did you ever see Mega Fortress?
Mega Fortress?
Yeah.
You mean the game?
No. There's a movie called Mega Fortress. It's like it is. I guess it's a military action movie. It would be like the Delta Force sort of meets Airplane. Not like totally, but it's like there's like a bunch, there's like, it's like an action movie, but they put in comedy bits in it. So, but yeah, it's called Mega Fortress. Okay. And it's like that's like, it's like for some reason I want to think that Chuck Norris is in that movie, but he was not. Yeah. Thankfully, it was not a good movie.
I'm sure. Well, I'm surprised Dale Brown didn't go after them for using, but that wasn't the title of his book. So, Flight of the Old Dog.
Flight of the Buff.
No, it's Flight of the Old Dog.
Okay,
was the name of the book.
I'm just being I'm just being a contrarian like I usually am.
Oh, okay. All right, here's another Chuck Norris meme. Before I move to more trivia, I like this one. When Chuck Norris crosses the street, the cars have to look both ways.
Ooh.
Ooh. What are you looking for, Troy? Dalek. Dalek 451. How you doing, buddy?
Hey there.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Hello, Dalek.
Been better. Had a rough week.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing back there?
Yeah,
Hello.
I've not. Simply put, I've not been well this week.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
started on Monday with waking up with a sore throat. And didn't want to go out that day. Carried on into Tuesday, and then into Wednesday. It got quite bad. Felt really bad on Wednesday, but it's been slowly getting better since then. I think I'm just about fully over it now. So I should be back to normal. Back to normal next week.
Are you starting to feel like a Mark II travel unit again?
Right.
Mark II.
The photo recon versions were of the P-38 Lightning was the F4 and F5. You know, that was so confusing the way they numbered their airplanes there. All right. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Dolly. I really am.
I'm feeling better or almost better. So yeah, it should be fine. Should back to normal next week. So
Good. All right. More trivia.
More trivia.
It's now. Wait. It's now Fizz After Dark.
Yes, it is.
You know what? We ought to get some of that cool mood music and call this show King Dolphin After Dark, where we start doing.
You mean King Dolphin After Dork?
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
King Dolphin After Dark. It's now Fez After Dark. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. All right. Okay, this is a themed one. What city became West Germany? Snort saying, get Beverly soon, Dolly. Please put a D451 out there. When you're sick.
Yeah, look, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'm
tough. Tough. You're getting a D451. You're getting a D451. And you are getting a D451, and you felt like it.
Okay. Thanks. Okay.
That was a horrible German accent.
Yes, it was.
Lenrod, buddy.
Hey, Lenrod.
Hey, he says, hail all. Trash. Weekend is trash. Well, if you want to come up here to get some comfort, come on up, buddy. We are here to. Dr. Dolphin is here to. Dr. Dolphin is here to bring inner peace into your mind, into your soul.
Oh, I ain't about. You're not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I got it at Holiday Inn Express. I'm not a doctor. But
they kicked you out of the Holiday Inn Express. You didn't even stay the full night.
Oh man! Who told you that? Who told you that?
It was me mum. She's a front desk clerk.
Oh, okay.
There's not wrong with Motel 6.
Yeah. Just keep the lights on. D451. D451.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. He's saying, at work, I can't work past 8 because I won't have a ride home. I have worked until 10:30 p.m. twice, only because somebody asked me to cover their shift. They wanted to spend time with family. Oh, ain't that sweet?
Mm-hmm.
You will get better, or else we feed you to the fish.
Mhm.
And I'm sure they were like, opening up those cans and seeing those little octopi in the cans and saying, "Oh, nom noms."
Yes.
And I'm saying, "Oh,
Koi
nom
fish
noms."
piranha hybrids.
Yeah. What do you call a Dalek underwater with piranhas? Canned sardine.
What?
The hell?
Okay, that's a pit. That's a pit. Yeah. That was a pit. Actually, no, it's canned octopus.
Daleks can go underwater, no problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was proven well over almost 50 years ago in the Dalek.
Oh yeah, and yeah, exactly. That you beat me to it.
Yeah,
you know what I was thinking?
The very first time a Dalek appears in that story is we see it
Coming
rising up out of the Thames.
You know what I was thinking? Dalek 451 is that it's like at the beginning of Genesis of the Daleks, the Time Lord says, destroy the Daleks or affect their creation. What if instead of like not blowing them up and whatnot, he just gave them a silly name?
Oh, that could be. I guess that could be possible.
I don't know.
Well, sorry you can't.
He could have put that. He could have put. I guess he could have put that idea in Davos's head.
Mm-hmm. Put an LR out there, guys. As I'm dwelling in the pit for that horrible joke. Tim says, so the music there is after 9 p.m. So the music there after 9 p.m. is like smooth jazz and the lights are dim. Yeah. All right, let's see. I called it name of my work, After Dark.
Yep.
All right.
Well, my green highlighter has bit the big one.
Then get a blue one.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. The blue one I can't find. I've got the orange, yellow, and the pink. Yeah. Well, there's the blue one.
All right. What city became West Germany's capital when Germany was split after World War II?
Bonn.
Yep. What famous Egyptian's bust? Oh boy. Here's another one.
What
famous Egyptian's bust is on display in Berlin's Dahlem Gallery?
Nefertiti.
Yep.
Oh.
Nefertiti.
Huh.
Ask me how I know that one.
Okay, how do you know that one, Fast?
I'd have guessed her.
I have no idea.
I was going to say Cleopatra.
I would have guessed Nefertiti or Cleopatra. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I must have seen a documentary years ago or something.
Who was tried? Who was tried for ordering East Berlin? This is a German theme card, or this is actually a Berlin theme card. Who was tried for ordering East Berlin border guards to shoot to kill?
Eric Honegger.
Yep. Dang.
Hey, I'm a Gen X child of the Cold War.
True. Who figured out the photoelectric effect at 5 Haberlandstrasse? Where's Agent Pepsi 1 when we need her? At 5 Haberlandstrasse, Berlin.
Ooh.
One more time.
Who figured out the photoelectric effect at 5 Haberlandstrasse, Berlin?
Got me.
Dun, dun, dun,
No, that one
dun, 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 dun,
wasn't
dun,
that.
dun. Who?
Couldn't have been Einstein.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Oh, well, then
I
it was
should- I
Einstein.
should-
then.
Yeah.
I should have just gone with the most obvious answer.
Leni Riefenstahl.
Leni Riefenstahl. She was a very attractive lady, but she was
Yeah.
way out of the job.
Yeah,
Couldn't
well,
sell her.
Yeah.
Crappy interwebs connection is also crappy.
talk
yeah,
about
that's-
talk about people who didn't get who didn't get knocked off in the war but didn't survive either.
Yeah.
Well, she lasted a long time, and she continued her film career. I think she passed in the 90s and continued her film career then. I could check.
Oh.
I
Okay.
could check. What nation won the most medals in 1936 when the Olympics were held in
U.S.
in Berlin?
U.S.
Nope.
Germany.
Yep. It was
Wow.
Germany. And finally, what was the only crossing point at the Berlin Wall open 24 hours a day?
The Brandenburg
Charlie?
Gate.
No. Huh?
Wait, Brandenburg Gate.
No. Fez?
Oh,
Checkpoint Charlie.
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. Huh. That was a good set of questions. Let's see. Snort saying, getting lag now. Getting lag now. Your mileage.
Well, you
might
have
vary.
you have a bit of a. I might be mistaken. You might have a bit of an echo there, Raymond.
Who, me?
Yes, or at least that's what I'm hearing.
Testing 1, 2.
Maybe it's me. Okay,
All right.
well it's gone now.
I don't hear any echo. I don't hear any
Yeah.
echo.
Okay, well I stipulated that I could be the crazy one here.
Huh. Lenrod is saying, pretty sure I'm lagging well behind the show. Oh, wow. And we're fine here. Let me see something here. Go to my trusty little Wikipedia. Let's see. Lenny. Okay. Yeah, she was 90. She died at 101.
Oh wow!
So she lasted a long time. And let's see, did she do stuff? Let's see. Because I've seen some history of stuff that I've seen some stuff that she did, some like photo stuff during in her post World War II life. Let's see. Died of cancer. Okay. Let's see here. Let me pull up I've got so many memes. Me. No.
That's what I forgot to get this week was spam.
Spam.
I'm gonna do a demonstration on how to get the stuff out of the can the right way.
come on. I'm gonna have to sort through my memes. I've got so many of them.
Uh-oh. One for
Buddy.
bad, two for good.
What?
One for bad, two for good.
Yeah. One for bad, two for good. Oh,
Uh-oh. 15 minutes to Wapner.
to Wapner.
Didn't you ever see Rain Man?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Those the World War II German films were interesting to watch. They did a Titanic film in 1943, which I have seen. Huh? Snort!
Oh, dear God.
Oh, man.
Oh,
God.
Oh.
I would there. Let's see. Let's go down the checklist.
my
Too
goodness.
soon. Bad taste. Not
Yeah.
even a dad joke.
Okay, let's see if I can do it without cracking up in the middle. I think her last movie was He Wasn't Such a Bad Guy, but the Mustache Tickled.
Yeah.
Oh dear. At least you got. I think that. Oh, that is me echoing. I wonder. Why.
Uh-huh. See?
Okay, I'm good there. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, that's Slapshot material.
Huh.
No, you're at the Slapshot. Don't go anywhere, Snort.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hang out with the rest of us crazies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh dear, oh me. Well, let's see.
Oh, and there.
Oh, I thought I had this. I had the Slapshot table. Oh, there it is. There you go, Snort. To the Slapshot table.
Yep.
Or there's actually Snortopupus's personal Slapshot table one. Let's see. Okay. Yep, there it is. Oh, come on. How does the missus do this with the there?
Yeah.
Looks
Looks like he ate the kitty too.
Snort says, I'll let myself out now, but Lenrod's saying, there is no getting out.
Yep.
There is no getting out here of the pod. Oh, dear. And he snuffles. I wonder if Snort would really like that, the asparagus right there.
And I guess no.
Asparagus.
It's not fleshy enough.
Yeah, not fleshy enough. Yeah. All right. Oh. I look at that one. That one. I will. I'm not gonna unremember that one, Snort. That was good. Have you seen the 9-hour version from the USSR War and Peace? Oh my God.
9 hours.
They have
9 hours.
They have done some very interesting. The Soviets did some very interesting things with cinematography.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of their World War II movies, and they're pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
And in fact, it was interesting. There was a movie that the USSR did on that. It was a Battle of Stalingrad.
Uh-huh.
And the strange thing is, it had the actor that was playing Chewykoff, was Powers Booth.
Oh,
Powers Booth played Chewykoff, and he spoke Russian in the movie, but I'm sure that was dubbed. I'm sure that was dubbed. So yeah,
Interesting.
that was interesting. When I saw that, and I'm like, okay, one movie, an HBO movie, he's going to blow up the Russians on Dawn's Early Light, and then he's playing a Russian general.
Well, there you go. There's the balance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, let me see something here. Powers Booth. I wonder if they even give up, if Wikipedia gives him any credit for that movie. Powers Booth. Oh, he died at 68. Wow.
Yeah. You know who just passed away as well?
Joe Don Baker.
Joe Don Baker.
No kid.
And you know, I mean, everyone talks about standing tall and the Bond series, but do you know what he was really superb in?
What
was before Mel Gibson did a movie called Edge of Darkness? There was a BBC miniseries called Edge of Darkness, and that starred, I believe, it was an 80. Let me bring it up. Just like the movie was not good, just because, I mean, I saw it. It had it was a 6-part miniseries, and it had what was it? The primary characters were Bob Peck, who was an English TV actor. He passed away a short time after. And Joanne Whalley, who would be Joanne Whalley Kilmer, and then Joanne Whalley again. And then Joe Don Baker. And Bob Peck plays a police detective, and his daughter is shot. And he goes to London to try and figure out like who the killer is, and Joe Don Baker is an army colonel and a CIA operative, and it's all, you know, it is dark, it is gritty, it is a thriller. If you get it was in 1985, late 1985. So he plays Colonel Darius Jedburgh, and it's just. And the funny thing is, Martin Campbell directed both, which really surprised me, because the movie just was not up to my extremely high standards. But
okay, he actually was in that movie in 1989. The movie Stalingrad.
Wow.
And
and you're right. They didn't. Did they? Did they? No, they did not.
Oh. Okay,
not.
here's what happened. Due to the harsh economic conditions in the late 80s Soviet Union, Ozerov, the director and writer, was unable to secure funding for his film inside the USSR. After deliberations, he approached Warner Brothers for assistance. The company agreed to provide financial support, but demanded that American actors be given representative. The reluctant director had to cast Powers Booth for the role of Chewykoff.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at Joe Don Baker's filmography.
So he was so Warner Brothers financed that film. Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were, around that time they were running out of money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, it is on Powers Booth. It is on the Powers Booth filmography.
Yeah.
So
I like Eastern Europe color film stock. Lenrod says, I want to be home, but I'd probably beat everybody down. Hey, we'll cheer you up. It's what we do.
Yeah,
It's what we do, buddy.
'cause we are the pod.
We are the pod. Snort says Russian troops were used to film the movie Waterloo.
Great movie.
And yes, we discussed Dawn's Early Light with James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
Joe Don Baker was great in Mitchell and Final Justice.
Didn't see.
Let's see. Never saw either of those. I saw Walking Tall, and I also, and obviously I saw the James Bond stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he was in Leonard Part 6.
Oh dear. Well, that'd be surprising to anybody because nobody saw that movie.
Yeah, I remember.
Are you okay, Lenrod? Are you okay? We're gonna have to talk, buddy.
He was also in The Distinguished Gentleman. That's
he was also in the event. I couldn't remember where in the Avengers he was, and I think he was also an agent. It says he was an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I don't remember him in being in those two, unless they were cut scenes. Um, 11 episodes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't remember him. He was Gideon Malik, whoever the heck that was. I do not. Oh, and he was a leader of Hydra.
See, that's what I was gonna say, except I don't know anything about like comics, so I was just gonna say, Hail Hydra.
Okay. So let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay. Another set of trivia questions. What fast food college is found in Braintree, Massachusetts?
Fast food what?
College.
Hamburger No, it's not Hamburger University. Is it Hamburger University? I think that was in Chicago.
It is, yeah.
No. This one's kind of a surprising one. This one is fast food college. It's Dunkin' Donuts University.
Okay.
I didn't know they ran a college.
Dunkin' Donuts University. Interesting.
Yeah. What sitcom won the most Emmy Awards in the 1970s for Outstanding Comedy Series?
MASH?
Mary Tyler Moore.
Nope.
Carol Burnett's show?
No, that was a variety show.
Oh.
Just don't go to
Laverne
Mission
and-
Barbecue, Lenrod.
Laverne and Shirley?
Nope. Come on, people.
Happy Days?
Nope. Well, you guys are going to be bapping your heads when I.
Probably.
You guys are going to be bapping your head when you see it. All in the Family.
Oh,
I am rightfully embarrassed.
Yes. Yeah. Well, MASH stopped. I think after Trapper left, it stopped being a comedy and started being a dramedy.
Yeah.
Okay. What European country adopted Dieu et mon droit?
Oh, you're echoing again, Mr. Raymond.
Oh, great. All right. Is this better?
yeah.
Yeah.
What fast food college is found at No, I just said that one. Sorry. What European country adopted Dieu en mon droit, or God and my own right, as the motto of its royal arms in 1198?
France,
Nope.
Belgium.
No.
Germany,
No.
England.
Switzerland.
Yes. Britain.
Yay!
Yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
Awesome.
What is the only fish that produces real caviar according to the FDA?
Sturgeon.
And you're right. Sturgeon.
Yep.
Like a sturgeon.
What's happening, Lenrod?
Yeah. Yep. Lenrod got it. Yeah. If you want to ping us an email and talk to us in an email, please do. If you can't get on here, we're here for you, buddy. You know that. We're the pod. Oh. I thought it was the Abe Vigoda fish.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That's wrong
Freaking-
on so many levels.
Freaking
Yes.
Tessio.
Yeah.
What type of score was worth? Hey, Trike. What type of score was worth the most points in college football's first scoring system?
Touchdown.
No.
A drug bust.
No. But a good answer. Okay. Yep, Tim, it was a field goal.
Well,
Who did Richard Nixon say he picked to play shortstop on his all-presidents team because he was short?
ooh.
Who did Richard Nixon say he picked to play shortstop on his all-presidents team because he was short?
Minnie Minoso?
He wasn't a president.
Truman.
No.
Oh, all presidents. Well, it wouldn't be Taft.
No.
No.
Peter Dinklage wasn't a president.
Let's see. Short. Who would be short? Who was short? Definitely not LBJ.
No.
Monroe. I don't know. This is a stumper because
There's so many presidents before Richard Nixon.
yeah, and I don't know which ones are short.
Yeah. It was James Madison.
Oh,
Ah.
well.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's go to some interesting facts. Oh, and speaking of presidents, I want to hear. Here are 5 renowned Historical figures and how they stayed in shape. From History Facts. Okay. 5 renowned historical figures who aren't typically remembered for their athleticism. Let me share this. Present, share. Do that and that. Aren't typically remembered for their athleticism, but whose commitment to exercise profoundly influenced their lives. Paths they took to stay fit varied widely, reflecting the diverse approaches people have taken to fitness throughout history. The first one, Plato. He was educated in mental and physical pursuits. He trained in a variety of physical activities, including gymnastics, wrestling, archery, boxing, and riding. Oh. And it may be his broad-shouldered physique that earned him the name Plato, from Platos, the Greek word for broad. His real name was Aristocles. He put his physicality to use as a skilled wrestler, competing in the Isthmian Games, an event similar to the ancient Greek Olympics. Lack of activity destroys the condition of every human being, while movement and methodical physical exercise save it and preserve it. That was Plato. Oh, Leonardo da Vinci. Best known of Mona Lisa and The Last Supper. He was fascinated with the human form that can be found through his artistic and scientific work. In his own lifetime, he was known for his athleticism and strength, and his superior fitness could be attributed to a number of athletic pursuits, including fencing, riding, and swimming. That's Leonardo da Vinci.
Hey, what about that dude? Yeah, Socrates.
Socrates, yeah. Mary Wollstonecraft, 1759 to 1797.
Who?
She saw physical exercise as a means of empowerment and liberation, and physical activity not only strengthened the body, but cultivated mental fortitude and independence.
Well, hell, at that time, like leaving the house without a male escort was male chaperone was a act of empowerment.
Yeah. She wrote in her 1792 treatise, A Vindication of the Rights of Women. She incorporated rigorous physical activity into her own life, including taking long walks and horseback riding through the countryside.
Yeah, and then there was Lady Godiva.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt, 1858 to 1919. He pushed himself physically to maintain his health and build his physical strength and stamina. He pursued a number of challenging activities, including horseback riding, boxing, climbing, polo, swimming, tennis, and martial arts such as jiu-jitsu and judo. In fact, his interest in martial arts led him to be the first American to earn a brown belt in judo. He even had a boxing ring in the White House where he could train and spar with professional boxers such as John L. Sullivan. Teddy Roosevelt. And Houdini.
Yeah.
Behind his feats of illusion was a rigorous dedication to staying in peak physical condition. Before he became a world-class magician, Houdini transformed himself physically through weightlifting, swimming, running, and boxing. As a magician, his training regimen included cold water plungers, as well as exercises to enhance his dexterity, flexibility, strength, and breath control, enabling him to contort his body, navigate confined spaces and hold his breath for more than 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was a brother.
He what? Oh.
He was a brother.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
If you ever come to Scranton, we have the Houdini Museum.
Oh, okay. Teddy was always in shape. Better safe than all the other other leaders, for sure. Okay.
How do you get out of the? But here's the question: how do you get out of the Houdini Museum?
Well, let's see. I'd say first thing was pay for the ticket, because they won't let you leave if you don't.
Yeah. Scoring with the cheerleaders. I wish I could be built like Teddy, but I'm too big a loser. I'm built for self-destruction. Now you're not.
Glenrod.
Oh,
Glenrod, stop it. Stop it. Get in touch with us.
Yes.
Yes, we'll talk to you. Hello, welcome back, Agent Pepsi 1. Any luck? Come on up. I like Lady Godiva ice cream. And Agent Pepsi 1 says, hello, Dalek. Cold water plunges, and his name was Tiny after that.
Yeah.
Hi, Pepsi.
Hey, Pepsi. Hello there.
I just read something in a forum. It seems like Chromebook's browser has issues with connectivity on some sites. There's a patch that needs to be downloaded. Check with Lenrod. He's right here. You could see what maybe he can give you something. Agent Pepsi 1 says Teddy Roosevelt was the man.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question. I'm looking to jump into movie reviews. My question is, what would be the best way? Because I'd like to do Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Okay.
And I'm trying to. I'm sorry, Lenrod. I didn't mean it that way. You're not more. You are a talented musician, a jack of all trades, an electronics expert. If you need to talk, we're here, buddy. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Give me the. I'm trying to figure if I got it too.
What?
I'm talking to Fez in the back. You've got answer to one of my emails, Fez. One of the ones I've sent. Send him it via one of our emails. Do a reply. That might work.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Give me a moment here. I'm going to take care of something right back. Let's see. Let me do date. Do 2. Let's see. Let's do a date. Let's do date. Excuse me, guys.
What's going on? Oh, you're writing an email.
Yeah.
Writing an email with Mr. Raymond. Who knows what he's going to type? Only the people at the NSA know if it's going to live up to the hype.
Hey, Fez, put it in the private chat. Okay. Let me do a double check here. Let's see. Go here. All right. Give me a second here.
You better be like solving world peace with
I'm trying. I am trying. If I put up the Gumby thing, but I get copyright strike.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Oh. Hey,
Yes, I do.
take it easy. I don't know the issues you big monetized special people.
I haven't tried it yet.
So.
All right.
Oh, and Legatus has a answer to a question you might have posed.
Okay. Did you know that President Roosevelt, not the other one I really don't like, was shot in the chest with the .38 caliber bullet, was stopped but broke his ribs. He continued to speak. Oh wow.
Yeah. Do you know who actually was killed as part of that assassination attempt?
Oh.
Anton Cermak.
Who?
A mayor from the Chicago area.
He also recommended the adoption of the 30-06 rifle caliber, which hurts my shoulder a lot. Mine too. I've got an M1 Garand, and yeah, it hurts my shoulder too. Also, the Mosin. Oh, that Mosin gave me a nasty bruise. The Mosin. Oh. And this was right after I took my first blood thinner medicine. And after shooting that around, it was just like, it gave me a bruise for days.
Maybe Snort's right. Let's see.
Only use stills, no music. Channels just struck for copyrights. And make sure in the description and at the start it's made clear that this is for, okay.
Like when I did a couple of shows like that did Doctor Who reviews with Hungry Boy, I basically just got a whole bunch of screen grabs and
but I don't know how to do that.
Oh, do you have? There's a program called VLC. VLC player. It's an open source video player.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm on OS. I'm on iMac, but I imagine it has the same functionality across both platforms. It can grab screenshots.
Oh, okay. Yep, Teddy walk softly but carry a big stick. Or talk softly and carry a big stick. All right, let's see what this one says. Let's see. You use the trash rod. Also, go to places like IMDb and you can see most movies have images of the films and shows. Okay, I may do that. Another mule kicker. All right. So let's see here. Okay. We've done some. I'm dying to see what Dalek 451 if he's going to have an explosion. When I ask him if he's seen or what his thoughts are on what I saw on Clownfish a few days ago.
About Doctor Who.
About Doctor Who. About what they might be planning. And from what I saw, is that they may be thinking about making Billy Piper a doctor.
Yeah.
You've heard it, huh, Dalek?
I may have, I may have seen something about that. Yeah.
I've got the feeling it's not going to be an improvement.
Nuh-uh, no way.
I mean, Bill, don't get me wrong. I love Billy Piper.
Yeah, sure. I like Billy. I've always liked Billy Piper because, I mean, why not? 'Cause she was Rose Tyler. She was the first modern Doctor Who companion ever. So
Yeah.
of course I liked her. She was one of the
I mean,
one of the big reasons I got into Doctor Who in the first place. So of course, but the problem is either bring her back as Rose or don't bring her back as Soul.
I mean, it was bad enough that they brought her. I mean, okay, it was enough of a stretch that they brought her back as the
Bad Wolf.
Yeah, as the Bad Wolf for the 50th anniversary. I think that's as far as
that I can live with. That was okay because it wasn't really it wasn't really Rose. It was supposed to be a manifestation of what Rose once was as the Bad Wolf.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if they didn't have her already as Billy Piper before, she'd be a big improvement over this bozo who's on there.
I think they just need to take a break with the series. Like, yeah.
A very long break.
Yeah. Like longer than the 18 months they took in between Colin Baker and during the Colin Baker Doctor. They need to put this thing to bed for like a generation.
Yeah.
And wait until
we need another. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but we probably need another Wilderness Years.
Yeah.
Let's see. Agent Pepsi one. Tim says. Tim is saying, wish these episodes, the new Doctor Who, became missing episodes.
I mean, he says in like one of the later episodes, he's in a barber shop in Nigeria. And it's like, nice. I finally found a place in the universe where I'm accepted. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You are a Time Lord. You were a Time Lord, but you have traveled throughout space, throughout time, from the beginning all the way to the end and points in between. And a barbershop in sub-Saharan Africa is the only place that you have been accepted. Well, screw you, Shooty Gatwa.
Boy, we actually broke maps.
That one really, really pissed me off. I mean, this is what Doctor Who has been used to.
Yeah.
It's shameful. It's disgraceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's pathetic.
But it's like I told you, Dalek. You won. You turned the Doctor into a mockery. You defeated the Doctor.
He didn't want to win like this.
True. He wanted to destroy him properly.
Exactly. I didn't want the Dalek victory over the Doctor to be like this.
True.
Have this absolute this I don't know. I can't find the words. This thing who's pretending to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
I think the word you're looking for is abomination.
Yes.
That's a good word.
That is a good one. Let's see. Why? Okay. Yeah. Why I would prefer Doctor Who being a man. Why can there not be a second female time traveler? They functioned for a while as a example. I don't doubt.
We didn't say not a female. It's just not Billy Piper.
Yeah.
If you could, again, like I said, if they bring Billy back, bring her back as either Rose or just I don't know, get another Time Lord to regenerate into her or something. That might work.
Yeah, that would work. I mean, they did set they did set a precedence.
Apparently with the latest episode at the end, they've brought the Ronnie back.
Seriously, I mean, there's just nothing they will not violate and befoul.
Nope, nothing.
Because they, Russell T. Davies and staff, are just on a mission. They're convinced that they're on a mission, and the social good overrides anything and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agent Pepsi 1 says, fire Doctor Who and make a proper Doctor No series.
I mean, I think at this point, the only sorry, go ahead, Dalek.
Well, I think Agent Pepsi 1 has a point. I mean, it has been proved a spin-off series or something like that, and just set in the Doctor universe, but without the Doctor, it can be done and it can work.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be done properly, or it will suck.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
and the thing is, I liked during the Capaldi time.
Yeah.
That I loved that they turned the Master into Missy. Missy was an awesome Master. An awesome iteration of the Master.
Yeah, I was a bit put off by the whole Missy thing at first. I mean, I wasn't outraged. I was just a bit taken aback. Because the Master's a woman now. It's like, and they've been and like Stephen Moffat had actually been hinting they were gonna do something like that at some point. I was kind of like, oh no, please don't do it. But then they did it with the Master, and I was like, actually, I wasn't angry. I was just surprised, and I was like,
it wasn't. I was surprised, but it worked. I mean, as it went on, it actually worked. And I personally, this is me. This is a humble King Dolphin opinion. If they would have found a better actress than Fish Face, it might have worked.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Dalek, I think you and I are of the same time period. I think we got spoiled with Roger Delgado and Anthony Ainley, so we got used to a certain way. A certain way of the Master being, but I suppose so. I think at this point, the only way that Doctor Who could possibly go on and be successful is if they retconned everything going back to to like Clara and Capaldi. And it would, I think it's possible, because what they could do is they could have Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa and be in like this interstitial space, and then Peter Capaldi walks in, and then all of a sudden they hear a laugh, and it's the Master, some guy with a goatee that actually looks like the old Master. It's like, it's like, I never expected you. You never do, Doctor.
That would be perfect.
But they have to disavow. They have to disavow everything. Oh well, everything. I mean, their starting point is that's their choice. They can go, but it's got to be Capaldi. I mean, they have a bit of a flexibility. It's got to be in Capaldi. I don't know how much of Clara they want to cut out, but that's my feeling on it.
I like Lenrod's suggestion, Dr. Pooh. Oh, the Daleks are back. Oh, bother.
Yeah, let me. Sandra says, Romana was a time lady. The Doctor is a renegade male who wanted to escape his home planet. They could have made a Romana show or a Black Time Lord story. Leave the Doctor alone.
Yes,
And,
100% correct. They could have easily done that.
Like-
Yes,
and
Like I have no problem with the Doctor, at this point, with the Doctor being a female. My problem is Jodie Whittaker. Whittaker played the Doctor like just some idiot bouncing off the walls, and there was no connection to two of the three assistants, and like it was all girl boss. And the most frustrating thing is that she had just done 3 seasons on a show called Broadchurch that also starred David Tennant and was also run by a guy named Chris Chibnall.
Yeah,
and she played the very first episode of the series. Her son was deleted and left on a beach, and just up the beach, her husband was having a little Rochambeau with the local innkeeper. And is where the series starts. And you go on this voyage with her. You go on this emotional journey with her for like her name is Beth Lambert, for 3 seasons. And it's like, I have a feeling, and I've said this many times before, that if Chris Chibnall just said to Jodie, look, I got to tell you something. We're phoning it in. We're just phoning it in. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to play Beth Lambert, but you're going to be a time traveling Beth Lambert. And that's it. Go. And that would have been 100 times better if she just did that character in Doctor Who instead of her version of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's my theory.
She was trying to. I mean, it just felt like to me she was just trying to do a bad impression of David Tennant and Matt Smith in one.
Yeah.
Dressed as Mork.
That was
Mork from Mork.
The whole female Doctor thing. I was willing to give it a chance at the time, but
wrong person, wrong role.
The problem wasn't the fact for me at the time wasn't the fact the Doctor was female. The problem was everything around it. The stories were boring, and Whittaker herself was insufferable on every possible level. She was dumb. She kept pulling stupid faces. She wouldn't shut up. Rosa
Parks would not have gotten on the bus if it wasn't for Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's where I tapped out.
Yeah,
actually, I should have tapped out a tooth guy.
I think I got as far as Demons of the Punjab, I think. Oh my god, that was so boring. Nothing happens in it. I was sitting through that when I saw it, and I was just like, is something gonna happen now? Please let something happen.
Yeah. Somebody throw a pie.
Yeah.
Okay. What we need is to doc. Okay. Snort says Nigerian public opinion is intensely homophobic, and he feels accepted. Yeah.
Exactly.
What we need Doctor Who to do is 80 years wilderness, not 40 years.
Yeah.
Agent Pepsi 1 says yes, or he finds love with a time lady and they adventure together. That would be a fun series too, I think, although it would tick off the faithful. Snorter Poopus has the best solution. We need a time bear.
That
would be cool. That would be cool.
That wouldn't hurt.
The TARDIS opens, or someone knocks on the door of the TARDIS. It opens. Snorter Poopus growls and then eats him. Yeah.
You know what?
I'd watch that.
At this point, it cannot get worse.
No, it cannot. Absolutely, no, it absolutely cannot. That would be an improvement. Doing
Doctor Who, starring Snorter Poopus Q Bird. He's bigger on the inside.
Yeah. Dr. Snorter Poo.
Yeah, Snorter Poo. And could this female time traveler not take Rose's form?
His stomach is dimensionally transcendental.
It's a disaster. It's the same writing. Not if Snort's there. You know how many? He'd be perfect. He's got his TARDIS would be an iceberg.
Ooh.
That would work. That would be perfect. That would work.
And then he travels around the universe, and he lands on these places, and then the bozos who come knocking on the TARDIS get chomped or hugged.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mayhem, destruction. Mayhem, destruction, all hanging off the. Wait. Oh, I got a meme. I've got the perfect meme. We got. Yes. Come on, where are you? I know you're here, Snortapoopus. I know you're here, Snortapoopus. Yeah, you knock on the door. You think you're going to be his companion. No, you're going to be lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I invited you here because I wanted the snack. I wanted a snack, so I invited you to be my companion. No, you're actually lunch. Okay, I know I've got it.
Yeah.
See, I've got the splash page already. I gotta just let's see. Come on. Well, I'll find it. Let's see. Let's see. There was a similar discussion, I believe, with Captain Janeway on Voyager, a female captain, although one was pictured on Star Trek 4, yeah. Lenrod says,
oh, come on. At least in Star Trek, a female captain makes sense.
That's true. Dr. Pooh.
Yep.
Agent Pepsi 1 says, I volunteered to be the evil time lady. Do you have to be British to be a doctor? It would get me out of teaching the ninth grader history class next week. Next school year. Let's see. Dame Joanna Lumley would have been fun.
Funny you should mention her because technically she did play the Doctor once in a about I think it was like early 2000, late 90s or something like that. There was this little parody comedy Doctor Who episode they did. It was called the Curse of Fatal Death. Battle Death or Fatal Death, something like that. Yeah.
With Rowan Atkinson and Jonathan
and Joanna Lumley was in it, and there's this whole mess at the end where the Doctor keeps regenerating over and over and over again, and it seems like he's used up his last regeneration. He's actually gonna die, but then he regenerates one last time and he becomes Joanna Lumley. It's hilarious. and despite the fact she exudes the Doctor. She would have been a perfect female Doctor. She really would have been because she just had, she had the air to be the Doctor, and she had that, and of course she looked good, she sounded good, and she just fits so well despite it being a parody.
Oh, come on.
So technically, Jodie Whittaker is not the first female Doctor. Joanna Lumley is.
Okay, I can live with that.
She was in that show, Absolutely Fabulous.
Yeah. Oh,
I think she was.
Do you know who would have made a great female master?
Who?
Judi Dench.
Ooh.
Ooh.
She
would
have.
Yeah, she might work as the master. Yeah.
Yeah, she's badass in her own right.
She is. Yeah.
I mean, the only one to put two versions of James Bond in their place.
That's true.
Was it 2? Yeah, it was 2.
Well,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
well, Daniel Craig for sure.
Yeah.
She
Pierce
came on
Brosnan.
during Pierce Brosnan.
Dalek, are you familiar with an English actress named Cheryl Campbell?
Cheryl Campbell.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, she played a
might
lot
have
of.
heard of her.
She was in a lot of the mystery and detective shows. I don't know what else
see.
she's done,
Right.
but I could see her as the Doctor.
Let me guess. She was in. Was she in? You said detective stuff. Was she in stuff like stuff from from the 70s or something a bit more modern?
Well, the 80s and 90s. She was
okay.
in one of the Sherlock Holmes with Jeremy Brett. I just saw her in one of the Midsummer Murders.
Oh, she was in that, right?
Was she in Zed Cars?
Hmm?
No, Zed Cars.
Don't know. But yeah, she shows up quite a lot in those things.
See, we got it. We've got it.
Oh
Yep, the chandelier is there.
Dr. Snorter Hoopus.
That's a cool TARDIS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Yeah. The Countess, Dr. Natasha M. Bell. She lands in the middle of nowhere near Childress and speaks with the most horrendous English accent. Hell, Peter Cushing is canon to me now.
Oh yeah, Peter Cushing
From the movie.
From the 2 Dalek movies, yeah.
Snorter Pooper Scritches, yeah. There's Dr. Snort.
If you've never seen those Doctor and the Daleks and the Dalek invasion around 50, I think it's like 51 AD, whatever, or 57 AD, whatever it is. I recommend those movies. They're kind of cheesy, but and a little camp, but they're good fun.
It was the height of Dalek Mania.
Yeah.
Yes, there was something called Dalek Mania.
Oh, there was in the 60s, right after Doctor Who first started. The Daleks were everywhere in the late 60s.
Agent Pepsi One says to Max, that's the issue with the boss girls. I'd hate to be one. It's fun being a time to get back to the traditional gender roles on TV. Doesn't make you a weak woman at all.
No.
Tim says, yep, the Rosa Parks episode. I thought I'm done. No, I gave up. I endured the couple, but after the very first one with Tooth Man, I said, oh God, no. Let's see. They need to bring back Peter Cushing. Oh my God, is in guest role as the Grand Muff, the Doctor's Elementary School headmaster.
You know, I watched I watched the first season of Jodie, and then I watched 30 seconds of the first episode of the next season. I'm like, oh, I'm out. It was like her and Yasmin like hanging on for dear life to something and screaming. I'm like, nope. Nope. This is starting out as bad as I thought it would be. Nope. You've gotten all your chances.
Tim says, Time Dolphin. Ooh, Time Dolphin.
The only person I could kind of stand in it was Bradley Walsh's character. I can't remember his name.
Grant, I think it was Graham.
Graham, Graham or something like that. Yeah.
You know, and it's like and this is like the other point. The other main point is like she only gets a she only forms a connection with Yasmin, not with the two guys. It's like Bradley Walsh's characters like at one point is sitting down and saying, you know what, I have some health issues. I don't know if they're serious or not. And it was like, and she just like, And she was like, "Oh well, fun, silly Willy, you're just a man."
I think it was worse than that, but yeah, I know what you mean. I know the scene you're talking about.
I have not.
I think he was like, I can't. I don't want to remember this, but I think it was something like he was trying to talk to her because he was worried about he might have had cancer or something.
Yeah. And she was a total dickhead about it.
Yeah.
Judi Dench as the Master in the mid 1980s.
Well, I mean, again, I will aver that Dalek and I are Doctor Who fans of the same time period. You know, we had Roger Delgado and then Anthony Ainley. So,
well, you might have, but the fact is that it was the modern series that got me into Doctor Who in the first place, and that's what got me to search out and watch the classic series.
Hey, I am looking for as many allies as I can. Okay.
Snort says they could refer to Judi Dench's Master as M. Oh,
I mean, the thing is though, even before I properly got into Doctor Who, I did know about it because especially since my parents tried. I think they tried exposing me to it a bit because I know. Like I remember, like before 2005, there was this Doctor Who night in like the late 90s or something, and my dad trying to tell me who the Doctor was and who the Master was, and then there's things like when I was a very little kid, there was this I don't know if it's there anymore, but there used to be this Doctor Who exhibition in a place called Llangollen in Wales, and Mum and Dad took me there once. And I didn't know what Doctor Who was at the time. And the very first, I remember we walked into the exhibition. The very first thing you see is a Dalek, and because I was this thing towered over me.
Wow!
As a kid.
Thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I have to go. I forgot that I need to go make a plan to go see the Doctor Who Comic-Con exhibit.
Where's that?
Here.
Oh, at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it's not at Comic-Con. It's here in San Diego, but it's like around. It's year round. It's like 1 year round, but it's like in Balboa Park where they have just all the museums.
Let's see. Judi Dench's Master as M. Cough. Frances de la Tour would have been fun, whoever she is. Damn right, it's cool. It's positively Arctic. I saw some episodes of this UK show called The Bill. I watch a lot of German crime dramas to stay current. There was a crossover with Soko Leipzig. The black female actor was amazing.
To be clear, the Bill was this quite long running, quite classic police drama.
Mm-hmm.
The Bill was
Oh, okay.
So funny. Just a funny aside. I was on a dating app once, and
on a dating app,
Raymond. So I was talking with this one woman, and we were talking about Doctor Who, and this was just before Jodie was announced, but they said there would be female Doctor Who. And it's like, oh yeah, and she's like, what do you think about that? It's like, I don't know. It's a lot for me. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. And she starts going off on me. It's like, damn it! Don't you realize I need this? I'm like,
oh,
okay, you're blocked.
That's like someone I went on a date with that went over financial management with me during our date. And I'm like, this is not what I came
It's
for.
like you need this. First of all, if we compare notes, I think you're going to find that I would be the one who would need it. And no, I don't need it. I want it. It's like you need oxygen, you need water. To a certain point, you need food for nutrition. No, you do not need Doctor Who. You certainly do not need a female Doctor Who.
Let's see. Snorter Pooper says, and then he looked up at the Dalek and said, Papa!
Or there were twin Daleks there, and they said, Dalek, come play with us. Play with us forever.
Like,
and Dalek 451's father said, if you work hard and study in school and get good grades, you could be in one of those travel units one day yourself.
Snorter Pooper said he went on a dating app once. I said 1200 BC. Oh, dear. She was Olympe Maxime in Harry Potter at the Goblet of Fire. Okay, let's get it. Let me pull up another trivia question.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yes, all right. What New England peninsula did Bartholomew Gosnold mistakenly name a cape in 1602?
Cape Cod.
You're right. Yay.
Glad I didn't say Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
What did King Francis I acquire and hang in the palace bathroom after Leonardo da Vinci died? Wrong answers only.
77-inch LG LCD TV.
Hey, that's a good one.
The Mona Blanche.
Kate's
Dogs playing poker.
Oh, that's a good one. Cape Cod, because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yep.
Okay, in the chat. Snort has the winner. His wife.
Oh. Well, there you go.
Anybody else in the chat? What did King Francis I acquire and hang in the palace bathroom after Leonardo da Vinci died? Wrong answers only. PBR. PBR. Come on, chat.
The Winnie the Pooh crucifix.
Oh, that's a good one. Winnie the Pooh in a red shirt on a transporter. Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
oh bother.
Oh, bother. All right. Okay. Boy, the chat didn't do, other than FKHC, the and Snort. That's a good one. The Star Wars poster.
Or the Farrah Fawcett poster.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good wrong answer.
Oh, that was the right answer to a lot of things.
Come on, chat. Couple more wrong answers. I love these wrong answer ones. All right. The real answer to what he hung. Wait, what's this? And there was much slapping.
Wait, this is a trick question. There were no bathrooms at that time.
Good point.
Anyway.
What he acquired the Mona Lisa.
Oh.
And hung in his bathroom after Da Vinci died. Okay. Joan is like underwear. Okay, here's another one with wrong answers. What was the B-17 long-range bomber nicknamed in World War II? Wrong answers only.
Curtis LeMay's mother.
That's a good one.
The Flying Redoubt.
Oh, that's a good one.
German Swiss cheese.
Come on, chat. And okay, that's a good one.
Memphis Hell.
Oh, that's a good one. Memphis Hell.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. The Flying Saucepan.
Yeah.
Hey, SP4H.
Hey there.
The Ultra Super Duper. I can't say that because that's a wrong answer. Wrong answers only. The Flying Spaghetti Monster. Okay. Well, since how you doing, SP4H? Okay, the real answer is the Flying Fortress. The Flying Fortress. Okay.
The Boomin' Dropper.
Yep. Okay. Slick Willie. All right. I'm trying to figure this one out. This is a stupid question, but I'll say it anyway. What month, day, and year will the final Christmas of the 20th century fall on? Obviously, this happened before this card was printed.
December
before.
25th, 1999.
Nope.
Oh, December 25th, 2000?
Yep.
Oh. Huh.
I think they still counted the 2000 as the 20th century.
It depends which mathematician you're talking to.
Yeah, it's a stupid question. It's a stupid question.
Stupid.
Yeah. Who did not deserve to run a 1996 relay leg because he finished butt naked last at the U.S. trials, according to a fellow runner?
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Hillary Clinton.
John Travolta.
No. Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter. Carl Lewis.
Oh.
Never heard of him.
Okay. What did Robert Redford, John Holmes, what did Robert Redford steal and resell for pocket money as a teenager?
The carcass of Lady Godiva's horse.
Ooh.
That would work. No, it's not right, but that would work.
The carcass of Bubbles the monkey.
No. Bubbles the monkey.
Bubbles.
Michael Jackson's pet.
Oh, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. No. Let's see. Start. The Ark of the Covenant, Tim FKHC, his sister's underwear. The Elephant Man. No, it was hubcaps.
The hell?
Yeah, it was hubcaps. Right. Okay. And I saw this interesting fact. 5 things from the Jetsons that actually exist today. When the Jetsons first aired in let me share this, because I don't really want to read it. I'm a bad bear. Yes, you are. Okay. 5 things from the Jetsons that actually exist today. When the Jetsons first aired in '62, it presented a futuristic world filled with imaginative technology that seemed purely fantastical to audiences at the time. It was set 100 years in the future in 2062, and it was a sci-fi counterpart to the Flintstones. But it fast-forwarded a century to the Jetson family and their escapades in Orbit City. Oh, I didn't know that they had it was a name. I guess I wasn't keeping track.
I didn't know either.
Yeah. It ran only one season, but it shaped the classic kitsch futurism. All right. I didn't know it only ran for one season.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for the flying car, like the
That
one
turns
scene,
into a briefcase.
that turns into a briefcase, like the one scene in Orbit City. But here are some concepts from the original season of the Jetsons that do exist today, and we didn't even have to wait till 2062. Video calls.
Oh yeah.
Video calls
right.
is a standard feature of daily life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Skype.
so true.
Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, us on YouTube, and on King Dolphin TV.
Not on Skype anymore.
Yeah, Skype's gone. King Dolphin TV. Even more impressive is George Jetson's Video Watch, a wrist-worn communication device, much like modern smartwatches. Remember? Wait, this isn't the first time that a video watch was shown, or another watch that can communicate. Where was the first watch communicator? Where was it at?
Is that a Get Smart?
No, that was a shoe.
Oh.
What media had a watch that you can communicate? Snort got it. Dick Tracy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Max, you got to get going.
I got about 2 or 3 more minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, put your channel out there
Okay.
in case you got something going on. All right. So we got video calls. All right. Let's see. What's next? Flat screen TVs. In the 60s, they were big, bulky boxes with screens barely large enough to justify the cumbersome proportion. Just seconds into the first episode of the Jetsons, we see Jane Jetson standing in front of a flat screen TV, elegantly suspended from the ceiling. Robot vacuum cleaners. The first time we see a robot in the episode, the very first episode, we see Rosie the robot. We do have access to automated cleaning systems similar to those seen in the Jetsons' residence.
Yeah, but fortunately, Roomba isn't quite as sassy.
Yeah, it features various cleaning machines, including the small robotic vacuums, not too dissimilar to the Roomba. Tanning beds. Ooh, whoa, whoa, dooba. In the words of George Jetson, wooba dooba dooba. Looking at that picture, as I'm going to get something thrown at me. Tanning beds only became available in the U.S. in the late 70s before becoming hugely popular in the following decade. But before that, they appeared in the Jetsons. In Millionaire Astro, episode 16, we visit Got Rocket's mansion, the extravagant residence of billionaire businessman G.P. Got Rockets, who happens to be the first owner of Astro before he joins the Jetsons. We see Got Rockets using a long bed where he can get a quick 3-second tan. He even has 3 tanning settings to choose from: Miami, Honolulu, or Riviera. The instant results are exaggerated for a comedic effect, but the fundamental concept that delivers controlled UV exposure for tanning purposes proved remarkably prescient.
Raymond, I got to run out myself. I got to get soda before Fett goes live tonight. He'll be streaming about 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
We'll see you all later. Have a
See you
great one,
later.
everybody.
Do a pod rate at Fit for Hire.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me do that. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see. Back to capsule endoscopy. Oh, okay. This is a tiny robotic probe called the PICKLE prober, which enters his body to scan his internal systems. Evidently, there's something called pill scam. I did not know that. Ew.
It's less invasive than you think.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
Yep.
Huh. Okay, so, yep, do a pod raid at Fett's channel tonight. And I think for those who may want to go, I think we may, since I am probably at a, let's see. I'm thinking I got, I'm thinking, and yes, that's,
Don't get a hernia.
all right, so here's Mac's stuff. You got stuff coming up?
I don't know. I'm right now I'm trying to, I just had the art show and it's like, now I'm trying to figure out what my next goal is. So.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, let's see. Let's do a copy. And here's his channel. Snort, I know. Let's see. And Snort says, I'm trying to think, but nothing is happening. And there's Fett's channel. So I think it's time for show notes.
Press the wrong button, Raymond.
Yes, I did. Yes. Okay, let's start off with Snorter Poopa saying, take care of a human, dolphin, doll, Dalek, ferret, eagle, hedgehog, and fried egg jellyfish. And I have a picture of a fried egg jellyfish. Let's see. And there is the fried egg jellyfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely weird. TM, a wholly owned subsidiary of the DolphinWars.com. Yeah, there it is. All right, so show notes. Got a busy end of month and working on a busy June. This coming Wednesday, we're going to talk Civil Air Patrol with two members of the Civil Air Patrol, and we will find out what CAP does and how they serve the nation. On the 28th, he's been on before. He was Brick Plania, the company. He is Alex Taylor, an author, and he has the book The Black Widows, and I'll talk to him about his book. The 24th and the 31st, just because we'll be on its usual time. I have a signing event on May 31st, but that's not going to affect just because I end early enough. It's going to be at a car show, so maybe I'll take some videos of all the old cars that are there and show those on Just Cause.
That'll be good.
Yeah, because it's pre-1999 stuff, so I think it'll be cool. On the 7th, and Comic Relief Crusaders, looking forward to this show. We're going to have Corn Hub as our theme show.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no.
Corn Hub will be our theme show on the 7th.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Yes, it is. And Snort says, no relation to the peanut butter and jellyfish. Yeah. And then I'm working on June interviews. I have one interview on the 11th. Jennifer McEnroe, she's a jewelry creator. And I had I don't know what I've got. And I'm working on some other interviews for June. Oh, I know what it is. Tentatively on June 25th, we will do another, the not ready for pod time players will do an all's fair on June 25th.
Right.
Yep. So that is what's going on in show notes. Just Cause will be on every Saturday unless I have something that we have to do an away mission on. So that is show notes. And I'm not going to do the second running of it because it blows up. Because it does blow up my StreamYards.
Okay.
So let me thank everybody who has made it here. We had and please put a cobalt bald eagle and a mama eagle. Mama eagle had an incident. She's fine, but just send our prayers to Cobalt and Mama Eagle.
Oh.
And Pudgy Hedgehog. So yes, to all three of them. Show our prayers for the three of them. Okay, so we had visiting us. We had SP4H. We had Swift -1. We had the lovely Sherry. Thank you for visiting the pod. And now our lifeguards. We had Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior. We had Agent Pepsi 1. We had Legatus Legionai. We had Lenrod. Please reach out to us, Lenrod, when you can. I sent my number and Fez sent his. We had Starker of Iron. And let's see. We had on the panel the huge Comic Relief Crusader. We had our producer, Sandra, who helps out on everything. Can't do this without you, babe. We had Trike, the official dog of King Dolphin TV, who is somewhere probably staring into his mommy's soul, looking for more treats. And of course, we had Snort up, pupas! Cute bar. Dot scream. Hashtag roar. Well, we had a few super chats today, so I'm gonna bite King Dolphin in the butt. Hey, Trike. Hey, Trike, there he is. He's on the couch. Yay, Trike. Right there. I would bite the dolphin in the butt, but one, he doesn't got a butt. And two, I don't want to bite a fluke. And three, that's just weird. So I'm not going to bite the dolphin's butt. But great show. Great show, everybody. Take care. Excuse me. Okay. Legata says, do a pod raid over in Fed for Hire, live in 20 minutes. There's the link. Sandra says, good night, everybody. Snort says, hail to the trike. And I'd like to thank those who joined the panel and are still here. Thank you, Max.
Yo.
Yep. Thank you for being here. And it was a fun time. Did we lose him?
What? I'm still here.
Okay. I just said it was a fun time.
Yep. It was fun.
Yep. And then and of course, we've got the Exterminator. Dalek 451.
The Exterminator. I like the way you say that.
The Exterminator. What do you got coming up?
Hopefully soon I'll hopefully do a chill and chat. It's been forever since I last did one. I think there's probably a couple of reviews I'd like to do, and I'll like to do some more game streams as well. So keep an eye out for those. I did have an interesting idea for a game. For a game I could play on stream, and I hope to do that soon. I hope you enjoy it when I do, so keep an eye out for those, and go subscribe to my channel. There it is.
Yep. All right. Thank you, guys. It was a great show, and look forward to next week. All right. So everybody, you take care. I love you all. Be safe. Have a great weekend. If you've got weather coming in, be safe and hunker down. If you don't, enjoy the weekend, and we will see you on Wednesday for our interview. Let's keep making some waves. I love you all. Take care. Night, all.
Good night.
Bye.